I love a buttered biscuit.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is a beautiful Saturday. Oh, what is going on? Man, I'm just so relaxed. I had a wonderful evening, a wonderful night's rest, watched the Kentucky Derby. My wife, and we like to, choose random horses for the Derby win. And believe it or not, my wife got the right one. Random stuff. But yeah, so we just sort of were chilling out, and I said, you know what? I think I'm just gonna just watch some random stuff on the YouTubes. Maybe some people will join in, kick back, and we'll just have a little bit of fun tonight. But other than that, there's really nothing going on. I'm just randomly hanging out with you guys. So I heard about this one particular thing. It was on the news. It's been a little while since it happened. I think this was like released 8 days ago. I was like, well, hell, why don't I just go ahead and play it? Hey, how's it going? Good to see you, Elkie. It is wonderful to see you. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, just doing some random stuff. Here we go. We'll just share it so you can see. Hey, Melanie, how's it going? I mean, we might talk about some what the hell stuff. We might just do some. Hell, you never know. You never know what we're gonna do. This is what I found out. This Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley, she received a speeding ticket. Now it's pretty interesting to watch this because it is. Hey, how's it going, Jake? How's it going? So this person got speed over. A district attorney got pulled over, and this comes from PBS. Of course, they'll blur a lot of stuff out, but it'll take a second before the sound kicks in.
I was going 55.
Ah, Kevin.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So you can call
Can you come? Can you please come over here? You're on. This is on a traffic stop, ma'am.
Yes, it is. You can call Dennis Kohlmeyer right now.
Okay. I'm telling you why I stopped you. You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or anything?
No, I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay. Well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
Okay. Why are you so upset at me? I'm doing my job. You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
Can you please tell him to leave me alone? It's
Officer Christopher. Can you stay over here, ma'am? This is a traffic. This is a legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous. Just go away.
Hello, sir. Good, ma'am. Can you please stay at the back? This is ma'am. This is legal traffic
Jen, good
stop.
to see you.
Can you please stay over here?
No. Hey, baby,
How you
get the
doing?
little guy out of here.
Yeah, it is
Sir.
a happy Saturday.
I stopped
Hey,
her for
Silver
going
Eagle.
55 and a 35 on
see
Phillips
you.
On
Road,
Phillips Road.
and
Coming
she
home from
failed
work.
to stop. She drove all the way back home and parked in her garage. And now she's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God.
Yep. All right. Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you. Would you just
953. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No.
Wow.
Get out of my fucking house.
I don't know why you're
Wow.
acting like this towards me.
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm
Hey,
not
Karen,
going to. I'm
what you
home.
up to, man?
I was okay. 55.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop
Have a
at Phillips
good
Road
night.
when I pulled you over.
I
When my
don't-
lights were
I
initiated.
didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah, there were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind
I'm
you.
not dealing with you right
Can
now.
you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the
Wow.
reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job. You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my badge. I am the DA of Monroe County.
I just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
You're being an asshole.
How am I being an asshole?
I am the DA of Monroe County.
I understand
Yes,
that, but
I'm
that doesn't
coming home
give
from
you
work,
a right
and
to
I
go
was the-
55 and a 35. And you even admitted to me that you went 50. I
don't
understand
really
that,
care.
ma'am.
I don't really
I
care.
understand that.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
Wow.
Go ahead.
I just don't understand the hostility. I understand
No,
you're
I
coming home
understand
from
why you're
work.
making- And half the
This
time I
lady's
was on the phone with
Cocoa
Dennis,
Puffs.
telling him, why are you pulling me over?
You're not even supposed to be on the phone to begin with. You should
yes.
know that.
Oh, I'm hands-free? Absolutely.
Okay.
You should know the law.
Okay? If it is hands-free, that's great. But at the end of the day, you're going 55 and a 35. That's 20
Okay.
miles over the speed limit.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. You know what I've been dealing with all day? 3 murders in the city. And do you think I really care if I was going 20 miles over the speed limit?
Okay, I'm just doing my job. If you pulled
That's
over when you saw
crazy.
my lights, which obviously you did.
I thought you were
She
going
didn't
somewhere
give
else
two
because I
shits.
thought no one would ever pull a black
Oh,
SUV
man.
if you ran my plates.
I didn't
Find
run
out.
your plate. I just called your plate out. And then I'm following you because you're not stopping. So I had to take the air
Funny. I just got your
from
notification. I
dispatch.
was watching police videos.
953. You can have the air back, by the way.
No, she's just in
Just
a
come
pissy
outside
mood.
over here.
No, I'm not going outside.
Okay.
But.
I'm waiting for you just to leave.
Well, I'm having.
It's Saturday. No, man, I literally am just watching. I'm just watching this for randomness. Like she is a district attorney for Monroe County, and she's getting pulled over for a speeding ticket, just being a bitch. Oh my god. Yeah, there's lots of bad cop videos. Good evening, Linda Lacey. Guys are Captain Kern. It's just like, oh, I just wanted to watch some random videos.
When a
These are-
supervisor comes,
these
because
are
that's what my chief
hilarious.
told me to do.
Alright, so you're coming out with 5 feet.
I almost want to see her get beat down.
Do you have your driver's license?
I just showed you my driver's
You show me your badge.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Man, crazy. He's just gonna-
With EMS, a 14-year-old having a seizure, 200 East River Road, apartment 200 on the 3rd
Because
floor.
I was going 55 up Phillips Road.
In a 35. She's doing 55 and a
She's
Part of it.
35.
She's a DA.
Yep, I know. And I was just trying to pull into my driveway. I was on the phone with Dennis Kohlmeyer saying, would you please tell the person who's following me that I'm almost home?
Ma'am, I understand you were going home, but I started my lights back at Phillips Road.
Hey, I'm on Phillips Road, yes
Yes.
you did, and there are other cars.
I was right behind you, directly behind you.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
At the end,
Go ahead, like,
listen,
you wanna,
at the
like I
end of
said,
the day,
go ahead if you wanna write me a
Like,
traffic
cops show
ticket,
up.
that's fine.
okay, at the end of the day, at the end of the day,
God.
I was stopping you for speed. If you
I've
just
had a
stopped,
really bad day. I've been dealing with
and I
murders
get
in the
it,
city
and I
all
get
the-
it. We have bad
I'm
days
sorry,
also,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry.
We have bad days also.
My license back?
I'm
The
gonna
current cop was
just
the
add it
best.
to the job real
Yes.
quick.
Oh, welcome, little B. You are the newest YouTube member.
You can just go and actually add it. You
Congratulations.
don't have to use the
Thank
air.
you. I used to be young. He's just
At the end of the day, I was
watched
just making a
couple
traffic
days.
stop.
Can we say
Doing my job,
self-entitlement?
what I was supposed to do.
God, yes.
Okay? So now, supervisor's on his way, and then we'll go from there.
Supervisor's coming up here.
Huh?
Who?
Sergeant Johnson. I understand you had it. Like,
Hey,
I get
Heidi.
it. We all have bad days at
Yeah,
work.
I'm gonna go in the
I'm
house.
glad you can make it
Seriously,
in.
this is ridiculous.
This
This is a
awesome.
traffic stop, and you, out of everyone, should know that if there's a legal traffic stop, which I have, I have the right to detain you until this is done.
Then just write me the fucking ticket. I really don't care.
Well, then just hang out at the back of the car.
Wow.
Because I'm the one that's gonna prosecute myself. You know what I'll do with the ticket?
Okay, just come out here for me and just stand.
I'm not walking out there. I'm
So
not.
she thinks she's above the law.
Right? Here's a good boy.
Hey everyone,
Corey, you
happy
just wanna stand up
Saturday. Welcome Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. My cop showing up.
Yeah, as long as it's added to the job.
Oh
Sarge
my
on his way.
God. I'm just gonna prosecute
Okay.
myself. Wow. That's not how it works. Oh God, I wish I could do this.
I was
It's just like No F's
Turned
given.
around. I didn't know if it was me. I wasn't sure because there were other cars going back and forth. Then I got to turning into the field press, and I'm like, I'm just gonna drive home. That's what I did. So I did. So, and I got on the phone with Dennis. I don't know. Even before when I turned in and said, you know, it's me that they're stopping. Just tell them it's me. So I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, she's speeding. You can't go.
942.
This is how she would beat this.
942.
I'm just gonna pull in.
Yeah, they can. They could arrest her for resisting
I'm
arrest.
advised against that. I mean, you're supposed to pull off to the
Yep.
side of the road if somebody with their emergency lights is coming behind you anyways.
Yeah, I just
Corey, it's fine. Just we're having supervisors come, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, come
Okay?
on. Just.
This is what my chief wants. That's at the end of the day. You called him. I spoke to him on your phone, and this is what he wants.
I'm gonna call him again. Seriously.
I'm gonna call him again. You tell them to leave.
Seriously, there's 3 officers here already, and I'm waiting for supervisor.
You guys can go. You guys go. I'll wait here wait for Sarge or LT. Sounds like LT is coming though.
All right.
I was
Oh,
going
yeah.
20 miles an hour over the speed limit.
This is
I didn't
Zippity
pull over.
Zippity
I just
Taser.
drive to my
Taser here
driveway.
to introduce you to gravity. Oh, everybody just coming in. Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
You should've run the
Puddles. Woohoo! Let's give her a puddle to talk about.
It's a
Just-
big black SUV. And now I've got like 5.
It's just like this lady. Oh my god. This lady. Just like, oh my god. She's like,
Calm your tits. Calm your tits.
She's going 55 and
Calm your
35 on
tits.
Phillips. She didn't stop at all. She decided to drive home. Called the chief, and this is where we're at. She's admitted multiple times to me. But
oh,
attempted to
don't
stop
worry
her
about the
on Phillips Road.
notification.
Going 50.
So if you folks didn't get a notification, there's a reason why you didn't. It's not YouTube being an asshole. It is me. I just started this stream. I just opened one up. I didn't even set it, schedule it. I just was like, going live. Hell with it. She just admitted to going over 20. No, she admitted to going over 20 miles an hour. Hey, Danielle, little D, what is going on? Hope you're doing good.
5 and a 35.
Just having some
Didn't see the
fun.
plate. I was just keeping an eye on the vehicle because she wasn't stopping. Drove all the way here, pulled into her garage, got out, was just being aggressive towards me for no reason. I was being
This is
respectful,
being a bitch.
telling her it's a legal traffic stop. Come to the back of the vehicle. No. Then she called chief. Then that's why I requested a supervisor.
Okay.
And now she wanted to go inside. Told her no, you can't go inside. And this is where we're at. So.
Oh, yeah, it used to be. It was bad enough for speeding, but not stopping and driving all the way home. And then she wants to argue about it. I wonder if any of us can get away with the same thing now.
Not do our job because of you?
No, it's fine. I said, write me a ticket. But I was just saying, I was not going to stop at Phillips Road at 5:30.
Well, you broke another rule because of that. Right? You should know better. That's not traffic. That's an arrestable offense. You know that.
717, I got nothing showing also.
Why would you have to pull?
Yeah.
Oh, this lady, man. There's an interview with her too. That's even better. You think she's completely in the right, Savette? Good to see you, Savette, over on the Twitch side. She is completely in the right. just do whatever the hell you want.
right?
She didn't drive.
I gave it back to her. It's attached to the job and
Started
everything.
telling that girl. Yes. He's in Dollywood. That's right. It's cop's ego that's the problem. No, she was speeding. She was doing 55 in a 30 mile an hour zone. It's just-
I'm still rolling. So.
State the law then. Speeding. She's getting a speeding
It's
ticket.
your traffic stop. I'm not gonna tell you how to handle it.
Yeah.
Feels necessary.
Can't drive 35. Just I'm late to prove I needed to be. What are the elements to it?
Wait till
She
he's
was
done
doing
talking.
35.
17, I can start for the unknown.
20 miles an hour over the speed limit. That's all you need.
717, 10 front. Looks like it's an open line on a cell phone with people that were yelling to one another. It's a tennis court area.
Yeah,
in the middle
and got
of
out of the vehicle and everything. So
Oh, well.
explained to her. I mean, she knew. She knew
Hopefully you're
exactly that she was
smiling
going 55
too.
and a 20 or 35. She even called the chief. So it's like, you know, like.
Oh,
Like
jeez.
I don't care just writing her the speeding ticket and being done with it, but technically it's a arrestable offense if she didn't stop.
Yep. Oh my god.
713.
713.
Oh yeah.
I'll be
She
stepping out
called
at
the chief
293
because
Taft Ave on this. Check for
he's
my
her
missing
side
person.
piece. She needs a side piece. An attitude like that. Oh. This is oh. Let's see. There's. She's just being all pissy. Just all pissy. I mean, was she really that big of danger? Oh my god, there are better things to worry about out there. Power play cops are the worst. Oh, okay. Just want to make sure, because I can be a pain in the ass. Oh. Oh, you should. If you're gonna go to jail, you should see the story that I finished up writing today for tomorrow. Oh my god, the lick-a-lot-of-puss and that dinosaur is hilarious.
I mean, it's your stop. I'm not gonna interfere with that.
I mean, I get that she came home. I mean, obviously, if I
no,
Just
that
trying
would
to
be.
Explain that to her. It makes no
like,
sense to come.
she came
Basic
home,
rule in
failed to
maximum
stop.
no person shall
I
drive a
mean,
vehicle
it's a
speed
arrestable
greater than
offense.
this
I'm not trying to
reasonable
arrest the
conditions
DA of the
and
county,
regarding
but
the
also
actual
I
potential
want-
hazard to use
I don't want to not do my job in,
Doesn't
not
matter.
at least write her
Depends on
something.
what state you're in.
So
No, I get it, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna.
What is
I'll at least write her
reasonable?
the freaking going 55
What the sign
and a 20.
says on for the speed limit. That's what the sign says.
At the end of the day, I got discretion whether or not.
No, I get it. I understand.
So
What is prudent
Hello.
doesn't matter. It's still illegal. There's a sign there that says speed limit's 35. She's doing 55. She's breaking the law. So stop breaking the law, asshole. What hazards were there? Her. That was the hazard.
I'm at least gonna start the one ticket.
Oh, it's gonna be a pain. Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern. Well, tell that to the cop after he arrests you and throws you in jail because you want to be a smartass. That's all I'm saying. It don't matter to me whether you want to argue about it or not, because the cop isn't gonna give two shits whether you like it or not. He'll just take your ass to jail for being a dick. Sneaking in late. Sorry. I wonder what the chat is like on her next door. Probably going, what a bitch. Way too many stupid laws in this country. We need to remove 2 laws for every one passed for 30 years. Yes. Oh, that's not that thing too late. 2 weeks ago, she just said towards her DMs, stop breaking the law, asshole. I know, I have it in there. I'm so bad at this stuff. She wasn't even doing the pee-pee dance. Hell no. No, just your attitude is stupid. That's all. Hey, Tammy Bugard, how's it going? Oh my god. Oh. It sounds like it, but I don't care. It sounds such a fucking morons. Oh, I don't need to, man. Really, because I don't give two shits. I don't speed, so it doesn't matter. Oh my god. Hey, Audio Coffee. How's it going? Oh man.
716 transport.
Go ahead.
Oh,
One
it's going.
female,
My
two,
medication
13,
is working
23,
good.
research, 87537.
He's not a hunt and pick typist. That's true. That is true. Oh, I love it. Oh, I just love doing these random streams. They're just so much fun. Let's get to where he writes the ticket up. Oh.
All right, ma'am. So I'm issuing you speed
That's-
in zone, 55 and a
That's
35.
fine. I'll take care of it since I'll be prosecuting myself.
Okay.
No, you won't.
At the end of the day, if you see my lights and sirens behind you, and obviously they're going off, just pull over. We can have a conversation and be on our way. I kept my eye on your vehicle. I'm not going to check my computer to see what plate it is if a vehicle is not stopping for me. I want to keep my eyes on that vehicle for my safety, so I make it home at the end of the day. Okay?
I apologize, but
I'm sorry that you had a bad day,
yeah.
and I'm sorry
My
it went this
tire
way,
buzzed.
but I do respect what you do. Have a good day, man.
But I would say, here's something else to call Dennis on this. You know that
95 your radio is completely unreadable.
She's a top muffin.
The stop sign
Here
is
we
still
go. There you go.
So Sandra, I'm going to start with a question I think everybody.
So
wants to know.
here's her.
Why didn't you
Here's
stop?
what she had to say.
I have no good answer for that. I regret what I did. I am sorry for what I did. If I could go back in time, I certainly would handle the situation a lot differently.
Oh,
I wish I could
sure.
say this is why I didn't stop, but I have no good answer. I made a mistake.
What
Yeah.
were you hoping to achieve by calling the police chief 3 times during that incident?
So the context is, you know what, I work with law enforcement every single day. I have every single chief's cell phone in my phone. When I
Yeah.
realized that the officer was attempting to pull me over, I wanted to make sure by calling the chief that he knew it was me and that I wasn't a threat. That first call lasted approximately 18 seconds. Can I tell you exactly what was said in it? You know, I don't remember.
Doesn't matter.
Was that the wrong decision? Obviously, yes. It was
She's
wrong.
just a
I made the wrong
dumbass.
decision and I regret it.
You were trying to get out of the ticket.
At that point, I wanted the
No, she
officer
was
to know
just
that I was not a
pissed.
threat.
She was just being
And
pissy.
I'm
She was
sorry for
being a
that.
Karen.
Why not just pull over and tell him you're not a threat?
Yeah.
I don't have a good answer for that. I made a mistake. I was not thinking clearly. It all happened so fast. If you understand,
Yeah,
you know,
you were
the
doing
area
55
where,
and a
you know, I first saw the
35.
officer to my house. It was a little over a
Fortunately,
minute.
those eyes say
The whole
Zillow.
thing unraveled so quickly. I made a lot of mistakes. If I could go back in time, I would
about 20 years
certainly
ago, right next to
stop and handle it differently, but I didn't, and I was a jerk.
Boss chewed
You
me
told
out.
the
Now I'm
officer
regretting it.
to,
Yeah.
quote, get out of my house when he followed you home. You resisted his commands. You went into your SUV. You went into your house. And at one point, you called him an ass. Anyone else who did that likely would have been cuffed and arrested.
I
Yeah.
absolutely regret everything I said. I
Oh, What's up, T-Rex?
I really have no words for my behavior. You know what? I could tell you that I had a bad day. There were things on my mind, but really that is no excuse. I was wrong. Police officers deserve to be treated with respect. Me, of
not
all
according
people,
to her.
I've
She's
been the
just like,
advocate
"No,
for that in
fuck
this
you.
community,
Fuck
and I
both."
failed immensely. I owe that
Oh, my
officer an
God.
apology. I owe law enforcement an apology.
That's hilarious.
I have nothing else other than to say, I am sorry,
Oh,
and
here
it
we
wasn't
go.
me. That's not how I act.
If
Let's
you
watch
saw a body-worn camera video of someone in your position
that was that
who ignored those
lady in the
commands,
boat club
would
accident.
you
That
push
was
to charge
crazy.
them with more than just a speeding ticket?
What I would do if I was reviewing something like this, I would look at the whole circumstances. Just like we do every single, case that comes in the office. You've got to look at everything that was going on,
Wow, that was over
and I think
almost an
that's
hour.
what should be done in my case.
Were you under the influence of any alcohol, any drugs, prescription
Oh,
or
wow.
not at the time of this incident?
Absolutely no alcohol
Crazy.
whatsoever. I left work at 5:20 and went right home.
Yeah,
No
she was a
illegal
jerk.
drugs. I'm always on prescription
Well, use the authority
chemotherapy
we used to
drugs
allow
that I
it. Really,
take.
they could have just dropped
At
it.
least 3 to 4 times a
Yeah,
week.
they could have. They could have
But
dropped it.
not under the influence of any. That is
Nothing illegal and nothing
So
that I
just
believe
like
would
saying
have
the
affected
same, just in
my
different
ability
ways. No remorse.
to make a
Of
decision.
course she has no
I was
remorse.
stupid,
Why should she?
Jen. There's nothing else I could say, and I regret what I
She
did,
doesn't
and I'm
give
really
two
sorry for it.
shits about
it looks like to the community, this is a clear-cut example of rules for thee and not rules for me.
Yep.
I understand that, especially with
Oh my God.
members of the community. For example, white people and black people, I submit law enforcement differently, the criminal justice system differently. But all I can tell you is, as a DA, what I perceived. My initial thought, actually, when I saw the police officer turn around, I thought he was going off to another stop, that he got a call for service. And then when I called the chief, my goal then was to say, I'm not a threat, because I didn't want him to think he was approaching a car and not knowing what to expect inside.
Have you spoken with the police officer since this incident?
I have reached out twice to
probably.
try to apologize to him, and the messages
Holy
that I left were apologetic. I would like to actually sit down face to face and apologize with him, because I think he deserves that.
I've got a really
I'm
good
waiting
one
to hear
today.
back from him.
Max Mara.
I want to move a little
What's
bit
up,
into
brother?
the ethical questions now
Nothing illegal, so maybe
of
prescription
some of the
Adderall
things you
over
said
and it's
during
for
the traffic
fake
stop.
ADHD.
You said, go ahead,
Maybe.
write me a ticket.
Oh my
I'm the one
God.
who's going to prosecute myself.
So
You know
crazy.
what I'm going to do with that ticket? Question mark. What would you have done with that ticket?
Oh yeah.
Jen, I said a lot of things that were not pretty, and that I'm ashamed of, and that I'm embarrassed by, and I'm sorry for. But
You should
I
be.
sent the ticket in by 1 o'clock the following day and pled guilty, because I was speeding.
I think people might hear you say that and they might say, gee, have you ever fixed a ticket for yourself or someone else before?
Absolutely not. I've been in local courts, helping because we've had a DA shortage. And when citizens come into, the court that I was in, I would give them parking tickets and speeding tickets if they took a defensive driving class. So I guess I have given offers to people out there. I wasn't even going to get a special prosecutor and ask for that courtesy for myself. I was just going to, take my lumps
she's
and
not
pay my
sorry.
ticket. I had a clean license.
Technically, the
Hey,
situation was
Max.
an arrestable offense.
My
That's what we've been told.
Shizzy
You
doesn't.
didn't stop. So it looks like you did get special treatment for being the DA.
I don't have any wiggles.
I get back to,
He's not sorry. It was
I
on a
made a mistake.
Medicam.
I'm owning that mistake. I'm being accountable for that mistake.
Play the
And
game.
I'm sorry.
It's bullshit.
I have to ask because, we sort of got tipped off on this early last week. And we started
Okay, I heard enough of her bitching and moaning. How's that? Oh, she's hilarious. I got one that was sent by my Kaiser here. This is pretty cool. Check it out. That's so righteous. I just want to just give her a little. Oh, speaking of crapping themselves, oh my god. just whenever you think you saw enough of this asshole, here he comes again.
Okay? All right, thank you.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Oh my god. That was staged. That's how you usually fall down. Oh, I want a buzz. Yeah, look at this ass. You know who this is? This is Darrell Brooks. He's made it back into court. Oh, look at the pretty flowers. I think I've been there. Oh, why did they get the stairs blocked off? Assholes. Oh my god. New Zealand is close to New Zealand. They just have more cats. Oh, let's get past all the damn. What's up with the picture? All right. There we go.
We have 502 appearances.
Matthew Tarbinson and Shelley Grosso appear for the state. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Attorney Russell Jones on behalf of Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks appears in person. I appear via Zoom. Good afternoon, Judge.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. When Mr. Brooks first got here, my deputies alerted us to the fact that he wanted to speak with Mr. Jones. Given the fact that Mr. Jones is via Zoom and Mr. Brooks is here in person, the way we accommodated that was everyone left the courtroom, including the spectators in the gallery, the person who is here filming for the media, and obviously all the parties and my staff. Except for the deputies. For security reasons, of course, they had to stay with Mr. Brooks. So I allowed them to have a conversation. I wasn't paying attention to how much time it was. It might have been, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. I allowed Mr. Brooks to have that conversation with Mr. Jones. And then after Mr. Jones alerted the lawyers, I think, and my deputies alerted us, we all came back in. Is that correct, Mr. Jones?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we are here for, it was supposed to be a motion hearing and a final pretrial on these matters. They are set for trial on Monday, May 6th, so that's just a couple days from now. At our last date on January 18th, the state indicated they thought they would be filing an amended information.
Holy cow. If you've never seen one before, welcome, an expert witness.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
How you doing, brother?
Doing great, man.
Oh, congratulations on your case.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Did you see the jury whenever they got into this
deliberation? Yeah, I saw a bit of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. I was just it took him like all of like 5 minutes. Like to go, okay, not guilty. Okay, now let's talk about it. It's like, what are you talking about? It's just not guilty. You guys just said not guilty.
Oh, but they have to make appearances. You can't be seen to rush to judgment.
Oh,
so,
yeah. It's just so funny.
And in real life, you want to get, maybe you get extra lunch service, meal service, or something like that, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, okay. When I was working on this government restructuring, it was outside of London in the UK. So every Friday I'd have to do a legal call with go to a law firm, Freshfields, that were in Blackfriars, and so I did a number of things. I made it on a Friday. I did it in the afternoon after lunch. And that way I could also justify a weekend at Japanese taxpayers' expense in the city of London, right? But also that law firm, they had really good sandwiches, and I'm American, I'm not British, so instead of tea, coffee. So I'd get so we'd be in the conference call, and I'd always look forward to those sandwiches. And so I can understand, like, if you're doing something, that's required, like jury service, like, people can be manipulated or can be appeased, or they'll be incentivized with food. I mean, it's no, I wouldn't compromise my work ethic for a free meal. Yeah, you will. We do it all the time. Yeah. What do you think about cops and donuts?
Yeah. I mean, give them a little bit of something, and they would do that like at a place that I worked at.
Yeah, but we were giving free meals, huh? No Uber.
On Fridays they would cater to like all of the staff and stuff like that. Sometimes they would have like somebody come in and maybe they would do like hamburgers and hot dogs or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, every weekend there would be like meals provided, or every Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So Saturdays you'd get like a meal. I was like, I don't want to be here on Saturday. I don't give a shit if you give me free food or anything. I don't want to be here because it was all stupid stuff. So I skipped out on a lot of those. But yeah, your testimony just I think it befuddled Baker so much.
I felt bad because he was not just the prosecuting attorney, but he was the host of this, and he was kind of serious. But I realized there is this thing you got to catch people. There's this malicious non-compliance, like not even malicious compliance, but there's not answering the question. He's asking you, can you answer this? And you just go and yeah, all right. Well, it's like this, and you start saying I'm just reading the piece out.
Yep.
And you really have to have that thing to say, I'm going to cut your mic, or that's.
Oh, it was beautiful because
I felt bad because I felt I was
oh no,
I was being disrespect mean to, because I realized I said, oh, he is a totally nice dad, so I want you to come home. I want you to come home by 10. Okay. And then you're waltzing in at 1 a.m. and you're looped. Oh, I guess I misunderstood,
Well, no, I mean, and it was the whole thing was meant to be fun and have some fun and some laughs, which of course, Mo really brought in the laughs.
Oh yeah, she was prepared. I felt guilty because I thought, oh, she actually rehearsed, and I said I could have done that, but I didn't. I was like you. I kind of read it at the last minute. That's why I couldn't find. But I felt, oh my God, that's the way to do it. You just have to read the lines and just read your script. And
yeah,
I was confused. I was truly confused because in the written testimony of Avery Parker, he said that bit, which Baker really did get. If you're saying that one of the factors is high intelligence, and then what would you say to the fact that somebody made attempts to cover up the arson? Isn't that a sign of high intelligence? I kind of wrote that, and I think maybe that was purposeful. This contradiction was purposely placed in there, and so I thought, it doesn't make. But then I thought, well, if I wrote it, I didn't mean it that way. I'll just filibuster and I'll just blow it off.
Which you did so well.
What people do,
Well, and then whenever I came back and crossed you, it was all about taking it away from any sign of intelligence. This person was probably a complete dumbass. Just like any which way that I could, and I just kept hammering on that, like whenever we did the questionnaire for the jury, I didn't have any good questions for the jury. And I literally asked like 2 questions. Have you ever been under scholarship? And I think a couple of them said no, because they're from the UK. So they don't have scholarships.
Oh yeah. Tuition is dirt cheap.
Right.
No, it's so cheap. You know,
but
also in Japan.
But it was just one of those things where it was like, for the Americans, and I think Baker was like, where in the hell is he going with this? I wasn't going anywhere. You had 9 jurors; they were all going to be there, and of course,
you have a captive. You could do a. Maybe this is where Nick Ricada's going with these like convoluted jokes. Like, have you ever gone to a Denny's, Kurt? What the hell are you talking about? I'm just burning time.
Exactly. I had fun with it, and Baker was, I think he was also playing that he was angry because he hasn't appeared to be angry about it at all. I think that he had a good time, and I think that it was definitely an interesting exercise. I wish I would have had more time to like prepare, but even if I had, oh my God, we were 3 hours. Like we used up all our time plus some.
So I got up at like, I think for me, it was a 3 a.m. start in Tokyo time. So I was up till about 11:30 p.m. that night. So I thought, oh shit, I cannot stay up until 3. And I had to actually join you guys early, like maybe 2:30 in the morning for me.
Oh yeah.
So I slept. I managed to sleep like two and a half hours.
Yep.
And that was fine. It was, and I realized, I said, if I had tried to stay up like until 3, I would have been dead because it went till about 5 in the morning.
Oh geez, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, was that based on a real case or anything? Was there? Okay.
No, that was something that I think was put together, and Dave is the one that sort of put that one together, and it's something that he judged for some like high school students or something like that.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool, and it was, like I said, it was fun. It was interesting. I would do it again, except I think I would be a little bit more prepared than I was this time going into it. It would just nothing was firing for me. I mean, I was just.
But there's a good way. So even with the cooperation of your expert witness, filibustering and diversionary tactics, if at the end of the day that is another way, as long as you're confident you're not going to lose the jury. I mean, you can piss off the jury and go against you, but on one hand, you have the jury captive. They're the court's hostages in a sense, but that is another way to instill reasonable doubt, because that is, to say, no, the defense has to prove that they're innocent. No, they don't.
No,
they have to, in a sense, the onus is not to prove. It's the prosecution. The onus is on the prosecution to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. So then, what is a thing? Putting in enough reasonable doubt.
Well,
your hurdle is a little bit more convenient,
Well, and also you never know what the jury is going to be looking at.
Yeah,
you really don't know what you're going to get them focused on. And it could be just something that you say triggers them off in a different direction. And that gave me a little bit of insight into this, because I've been selected for jury, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, but never actually served on the jury. Like they would call up, but I would sit in there.
Is it your legal background that turns?
Oh no. I think it would be because I would sit there and go, I don't like them dark skinned people.
You didn't say that.
No. No. They would like that. I think it would be like traffic court or something like that. I think that's like, maybe it was insurance stuff. Who the hell knows what it was? But I've never sat in a jury to listen to all of the way that a jury actually thinks. But I don't know. It was really interesting to me that things that I didn't think that they would focus in on, they did. And things that I wanted them to focus in on, they didn't. So it was, like I said, it was an interesting exercise.
Hey, with jury duty in the United States, so if they're only paying you like roughly, I don't know, max $20 a day. Okay. So is there some provision where your employer is still obliged to pay you on salary?
No,
And
no.
so this represents, say, and jury duty can be like a few or several weeks, right? So if you're
Sometimes,
selected
yeah.
for jury duty, you have to give up that income, whether you're self-employed or if you're employed, right?
Well, and you can get out of jury duty by simply, there's certain things that you can get out of. For example, it's just like, all you have to do is say, if I do jury duty, there's no way that I'm going to be able to pay my rent at the end of the month. Because I'm an hourly employee and I'm barely making ends meet. And then I'm going to be, if it goes any longer than a day, I've got to pick up my kids at 4. There's things that you can say that they're just like, yeah, we got over 200 people here. It's not going to matter if you're not able to do this. So don't ever stress, being selected.
Oh, really? Okay. I had assumed, they'll probably be really tough and they'll say that's no excuse. You can get somebody to take care of your kids, and
sometimes they'll say stuff like that. But I mean,
if anyone's ever been forced to, and then they forego that income, that say lost income, can they claim that off their taxes, or can they?
I don't know. Yeah. I've never tried, so I don't know. I mean,
so
I do know that your employer can't fire you over it if you get selected for jury duty. And say for example, you're a Waffle House waitress. You're barely making ends meet, and you get selected for jury duty. They can't sit there and say, oh well, we're not going. You missed Friday, Saturday. You missed Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're going to let you go. It's like they can't do that. They'll get in big trouble for that.
But if you're a contractor, they're not obliged to renew your contract. They'll just say, "Oh, you're not very dependable. We're giving your."
Yeah, they won't renew your contract, and they might fire you for another reason. But generally, they're not gonna let you go. Hey, DJ Radis, what is up, brother? Came to give you a like and jump out. Have a great night, brother. Have a great night. I've been called, but they always send me home. Yeah, they always send me home. Yeah, it's just you've been knocked in the head. That's true. I've been knocked in the head a few times.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, look.
Oh. Oh. You have Zin? You have a Zin in there. I have a Velo.
No, it's so what? There's like a little scratch there now. My wife, and so imagine a week ago that I had a hole punched all the way through my lip.
All right.
And you could see all the fat underneath it and
gross,
all that kind of stuff. Like if I pulled it open, you could see the tooth on the backside of it. Oh, that's
so
how
you
bad
got
it was.
Stitches, or do they put any other?
No. I just put some Neosporin on it and butterflied it.
Okay.
That's it.
They did it. You didn't stitch yourself up, did you?
No, I just put a butterfly stitch on there. I just put one of those little compression bandages on there.
Oh, on top. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then kept Neosporin on it. That's it.
Okay.
Speaking of Neosporin, that'll heal you.
Hey, Kaiser, how you doing, man?
Good, Max. How about you, man? Hey, Shizzy.
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 18 years I was compensated, but when you're an employer, when you're on the jury, I had to show proof that you served. Yeah, you do have to show proof that you served.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's nice.
No big deal. Yeah.
And and some of it best get out of jury duty. If they were arrested, they must be guilty. No. No. See, I don't see it as trying to get out of jury duty, because the chances of you getting selected anyway are pretty damn slim. I mean, if you look at, there's 200 people there, and they need 8 to 12 people, maybe 13. So your chances are pretty slim. I think too many people try to get on juries, and those are the people that should not be there. Because they are biased if they're trying to get on a jury.
Trying to get on one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's people that wanted to get on the Trump's jury, like, just so they could.
Like that creepy-eyed chick, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been able to get out of jury duty for medical reasons. Yeah, that's another thing you can do also is, medical reasons they'll let you out.
Hey, if ADHD is in the ADA, then could you use ADHD as an excuse to get out of jury duty?
Oh, you could just talk to him. You could just talk to him like you do, Max. Just like giving him all those facts, just laying them down, asking him those kinds of questions.
Hey,
just like,
yeah, I know. All you got to do is just show up and go, "Where the white women at?"
I heard there's gonna be white women here.
Contempt at court? I have the highest respect for the bitch. What are you talking about? I was complimenting her. My ass. You have a fine one.
I say I am a very I would say I'm a very inclusive person. But yeah, if I get jury duty, I'm gonna throw all the hard R's so that way I can get out of jury duty.
If you do that too hard, you could get hit with contempt of court. I think.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
Hypothetically,
you could.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, but
I think the trick is to look like you're. Well, anyway.
The only problem is, Kaiser, there's no R's in Mexican.
Well, that's when I just show up to my date at the jury for jury selection or whatever. Just show up and cover is like overalls, stained white T-shirt with a big old Confederate flag patch, and
Confederate flag patch. I love it.
Confederate flag. Sorry.
It'd be stars and bars, except they're all in the
Johnny
rainbow colors.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Freudian slip much.
In Japan, it's funny because kind of in the fashion or whatever, the Confederate flag is still pretty is reasonably popular in some circles, and then you get some people out here like American expats, and they're really upset. They go, "Do you know what it stands for?" And they go, "Oh yeah, Duke of Hazzard, Daisy Duke." Just big ones. And,
oh, there's some anti-war protests on the U of M campus. Oh, yeah. Ooh, let's see if we can find them.
University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Remember, this is the home of the Weather Underground. This is not a band. This is a group. My parents actually followed them too. I know all the radicals. All the radical groups.
You were mentioning Dukes of Hazzard there, Max. Did you see there's somebody recently painted a Tesla to look like the General Lee, and they called it the General Electric?
Oh.
It's like I'm simultaneously offended, but I get the joke and I'm approving.
Oh wait,
we got this. There was some good stuff in Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know. They made a movie. I didn't watch that, but Boss Hogg. I mean, that was some really good stuff.
Yeah, it was.
And nobody was. All those good shows. I mean, you knew what was on. You wanted to watch something for fun or just stupidity. MASH. Oh, I didn't realize. Like my father was offended by MASH for a long time. I didn't realize it. Yeah.
MASH, All in the Family. Yeah.
All in the Family is great.
All those. Yeah. So many.
Yeah, and even like Chicago, like Good Times, and then what was Moving On Up to the Upper East Side, the Jeffersons.
I know.
Yeah,
the Jeffersons.
Here we go. Here we go. This is awesome.
First off, can you just kind of walk me through what exactly happened, what we're seeing in the video, and how it kind of played out?
These guys are awesome.
Yeah, of course. So
I saw that
at around 12 o'clock, the protest started after 5 days of encampment. We felt it was important for us to show up to represent our Jewish identity and our beliefs and show that there's another side to this whole protest. After that, the protest moved to the quad after about 2 hours of protesting. And that's when the protesters took down the flag. The chancellor then came out to put the flag back up. He then left, and that's when we stepped in to make sure that the protesters did not take the flag back down. And it was important that we were there with the Israeli flag right next to the American flag side by side to represent that our identities and our beliefs are within both of these countries and both of what they represent.
Why was it so important for you and others to protect the American flag? As you're watching this back here, it just shows your dedication to the country.
Well, like Brendan said, at first we were there protecting the Israeli flag. And at that point, it was somewhat peaceful. But once the American flag got torn down, which was the very reason these protesters had the freedom to be there in the first place, we thought that it needed defending. I had a friend there who lost his dad in the military. And as soon as I saw him go there, I knew I was going to be there to defend it with him. And we stayed there for almost an hour holding that flag up.
The American flag is supposed to represent the unity that we're supposed to have no matter what our political beliefs are. And as soon as that flag comes down, the sanctity of those values are violated, and any message you have runs null and void.
USA.
Are you surprised at how much national attention this has received? We know that big names have been donating to that fund to essentially throw a party collecting more than $500,000. Are you surprised at all of the attention this act is getting?
No, I don't know if surprise is the right word. I think we know that American values and what we believe in is not a small belief. We know that a lot of people believe what we believe in. This movement is very loud and they feel that they can make you feel small. But we know that this was the unified unified message that a lot of people felt. And so we appreciate the support. We appreciate people coming out in a lot of different ways to support us and what we believe in. I think the bottom line is we were there to represent Israel, and this turned into more than that. And we appreciate it. And we appreciate that people are willing to support us in so many different ways.
And fraternities aren't always seen in the best light. I was in one, so I know all about that. What do we think this is going to show people about that brotherhood and about fraternities in general?
I think, fraternity is more about partying. It's more about drinking. It's the brotherhood. It's the friendships we have. And it shows that our values and our beliefs are strong. And that's what the fraternity represents in our mindset, that we have strong beliefs, we have strong friendships, and that no matter what, in the face of adversity, we're going to stand by those. And I think that's the belief and common values that run throughout most fraternities. So.
What has the campus there at UNC been like over the last, let's say, several weeks, several months?
Honestly, it was a little bit surreal walking through the quad, seeing what we were seeing. Like we said, at first it was peaceful, but as a Jewish student, walking through, I've seen signs, I've seen swastikas, I've seen things that say Jews don't belong here, which is something I never thought I'd see in the U.S., let alone my college, which is supposed to feel like home, and it didn't. And I'm glad that we've got to bring those issues of anti-Semitism up to the administration, who we're extremely grateful for. But yeah, it was definitely surreal. And I mean, I don't think anyone expected what happened to happen, but there was definitely some sort of foreboding sense going on around campus.
What message do you have for those protesters, specifically the ones who did remove the flag, that you were there to defend, the Israeli flag and the American flag?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's important to mention that everyone has the right to protest. Everyone should stand up for what they believe in. That's what America represents. But when you take down the flag, you're creating an us versus them mentality, and that's not what we stand for. That's not what we should believe in America. We should all respect each other's rights to protest and to believe what we believe in. And I think when you did that, you violated that. And we want to use this and this opportunity and this action to say that we want this to lead to constructive dialogue. We want to move forward together, not apart. And that's the only way to find solution, is to work together, to recognize each other's differences and move to a place where we could all feel safe, heard, and where our rights are protected.
All right, Zachary Sarinsky and Brendan Rosenblum, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today. Anything else that you want to add about any of this, either you, before I let you go?
I mean, I'd just like to say that we're very thankful to the movement that has kind of started around us. It's definitely not something we expected, but we've been so appreciative. It's nice to see that there are other people around this country that respect the things we respect and are fighting for the same sort of freedoms. And like Brendan said, trying to keep this peaceful, work towards a constructive solution.
Take it, Max. I love it. I love it. That was awesome.
I mean, look at American history. Like, it was that photo, February 23rd, 1945, on Mount Suribachi in Iwo Jima. You had the you had a corporal. It was a private first class Marines. That was the Indian too, Ira Hayes. Johnny Cash wrote that great song, Ira Hayes.
Mhm.
And I mean, the photo was used. It was actually the second time they raised the American flag in Iwo Jima, and so it was the second time was in February 23rd, and so you had I forget their names, but I knew one of them was Hayes. There's a corporal in there, and that photo that was taken, that iconic photo, that was used to sell war bonds. And you know, it's a kind of sad story. With Ira Hayes, he was Hamilton Hayes. That was his middle name. He was kind of used to promote war bonds sales, and I think he died probably of drink. Yeah. Well, if you listen to the song, it was kind of it's kind of sad. But yeah, I mean, the same thing happened right after 9/11. Remember, they found the flag, they raise it. President Bush is there, and so just thinking, like, if you're trying to get people on your side, like, you know, and you're going, yeah, you know, let's like. You're gonna go after the American flag and the Americans are gonna be behind us. Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, and that also, I think what it takes is someone to basically stand up to them. That's right then and there, not somebody going from 3,000 miles away going, "Oh, you should like stand up and you should have done whatsoever." It's like, no, it's the people that are right there at that point in time. They see the American flag come down, they lift it up, and they hold the American flag until they can sort of like back people away from it, and they're not going to tolerate the bullshit. And they just say, "Hey, you know, we're right here. We're not going away. And if you attack us, then you're attacking America and everything that you're supposedly standing for." I mean, and I think that's one thing that people really need to take away from this.
I think most of the cases you're getting a lot of reports where those protesters that are being booked, they're not students of the campuses that they're embedded in. I mean,
we went over this on was it Thursday, Friday, whatever. Yeah. We went over this and I mean, time and time again, it's showing that you know 90% of the people that are being arrested aren't students, and all of the news sources they keep wording it differently, of saying, well, it's not true that all of them were students. It's like, what? Yeah, it's like, no, because they've already pulled up their arrest records, and I was also saying this because right now it's getting close to an election. They have to all of these people are nothing but the same Antifa people that were out there during the whole summer of love, burning down cities, the ones that caused all the problems in Kenosha. They're the Gorshwitz and all these kinds of little Peckerwoods that just go around and start shit every which way they can in every place they can. That's all it is. Same group.
You know the issue of I remember this several years ago. My son was on a school trip. He was in middle school, and he was his Japanese school, and they went down to Okinawa, and part of that was with a homestay, and so my son actually gave me a call because he was talking to the homestay family, and he was saying there are these protesters outside of the U.S. bases in Okinawa protesting, like, get off our land and whatever, we don't want you here. And the homestay, the sponsor, the host, he indicated majority of these people are not from Okinawa. They're often from Tokyo. And he clearly indicated they get pay about, I can't remember, it was probably about $75 or $90 US dollars a day, plus they get I love the detail, plus they get a bento, they get a lunch. And so he called me because I happened to be outside the Japanese House of Representatives, like with a producer from a TV station, and so he said, "Hey, Dad, where is the funding come from?" So I asked the producer who covers political, and he goes, "Oh, it comes from," he used the word Rengo, and these are, I got clarification, left-wing labor unions, you know?
Oh.
And also you can go further detail. You can see Chinese sources. It's very much like a similar pattern and structure like Soros money going through select NGOs. And so, yeah, paid operatives to create this. And so it leads to, and so I think there are a lot of existing similarities with those so-called peaceful protests, Antifa protests, in the U.S.
They're too well organized. They're too well organized for that just to be organic.
Information and an other acts motion. The defense also thought they may have been filing some motions, so we set this for about 90 minutes. I set deadlines for that all motions were to be filed by March 22nd and April 19th for the responses. I will note that nothing has been filed from either side as far as any substantive motions. Motions in limine were filed, I just believe, by the defense, and they appeared to be standard. So there is nothing to proceed on as far as any substantive motions. Do we remain in a trial posture, Mr. Jones?
I'm gonna pause that for a second. See, and here's the thing: where everybody says, "Oh, it's Soros, it's Soros," it's more than just that. It is, and Soros is just a small portion of the BS that's going on. Like he might be funding parts of it, but he's not funding it all. They're getting independent donors to donate to it. Where they're donating it to, I have no idea. Probably just little small grassroots groups that are funding it to someplace else. But it's a lot of big businesses that these kinds of uprisings like this is great for business. It is absolutely wonderful. They will make so much money off of it. Think about those tents that they had. I mean, they sold those things in bulk. Think about now all of a sudden people are going to be buying lots of ammunition. So why wouldn't an ammunition company be interested in funding some of this stuff? And then they can sort of play both sides of the fence of saying, hey, why not we throw a little bit of cash their way. We can do it through a couple of shell companies. They get the money. And then all of a sudden we get some panicked Americans. Next thing you know, that our ammo sales go up, our gun sales go up. I mean, it make good sense to me. It's like,
yes.
Sorry. What do you? I don't get number 2. Don't touch the boats. What's that?
Pearl Harbor.
Huh? Oh, I noticed.
Yeah. So rule number 1.
Sorry, I was thinking
you guys were talking. I didn't want to interrupt, but yeah, rule 1: don't touch the flag. 1794, Pasha Yusuf Karmanali chops down the American flagpole of the U.S. Embassy in Tripoli, officially declaring war against the United States. We destroyed their entire country and killed Pasha Yusuf Karmanali, destroyed his entire empire in 1794, and we made them pay for it. In 1941, Japan attacks Pearl Harbor. We bitch slapped them with the sun twice. And then, don't raise gas prices. 1988, Iran starts attacking Kuwaiti oil tankers, and we sunk half their navy in an 8-hour workday, Operation Praying Mantis. Mm-hmm. So, again, I come with sources. 3 rules for dealing with America. Don't touch the flag. Don't touch the boats. Don't raise gas prices.
But look, I just say it took almost 4 years for the bombs to drop. So you don't want to create an incentive. Like, oh, what? Yeah, but it took 4 years and it was a good run. I mean, yeah.
I'm watching my way through. Can you imagine
though? Let's say after December 7th, 1941, say in, I don't know, pick an auspicious day in January 1942, and 2 bombs go down, one after each other.
Shit.
I mean, that would be like a really clear, we didn't have that capability.
Right. At the time, we didn't have the ability, but it had been in the works since 1938, I believe.
Hey, Cindy. Good to see you, Cindy Snyder. Oh, my God. That was the best at sizing and time in the trade. Not the idea, but best at inflicting maximum damage. Yeah.
I guess we can add a 4th one to that. Don't touch the buildings.
Yeah.
I guess we could add that 4th one there.
Yeah.
We do, Judge. And with respect to the motion filings, we we're anticipating potentially the state filing, and it would have been a response to their other acts. Presumably, they're not seeking that since they didn't file that. So that's why we had nothing else to file other than our standard motions.
Okay. And nothing from the state?
Correct. I anticipated filing another acts motion. I thought about it. The prejudice hurdle would be extraordinarily high in this particular case. And when I gave it more thought, the state didn't anticipate using that other acts because of the prejudicial nature of those other acts unless there was a defense that triggered the high amount of relevancy to those other acts. And I think that would just as likely happen if the door is potentially opened by one of those defenses being argued in this particular trial. And so rather than file the motion, if the...
Piss me off. Okay, I don't have... My ears stick out like this. And I've always wanted to stick a pencil here on my ear. Isn't that what he has? Doesn't he have a pencil on his ear?
It's a pen.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's a pen.
Like a click pen, yeah.
It's a cheap one.
Mine always falls out. Oh,
yeah,
wait,
yours, you got metal in
Yeah,
yours.
you got to clip the, yeah.
Oh, I have a metal cap on my pencil.
Yeah,
So.
that's a nice pen. He's got some cheap ass pen like I do that he sticks in there.
Is
Just
it
a
a
little
pencil or
clicky
pen?
bic. Yeah.
It's a pen. It's a pen. No different than what this
a big
is.
one like this, it would fall off. Oh, well, yeah, I can kind of balance, but now it feels heavy. This one's too heavy.
Yeah,
This
it's
is a
too
Waterman.
heavy. That's what I'm saying. It's too heavy.
Yeah.
You got to have a really cheap one, not one of those nice ones. All high fluting and stuff. What's wrong with you, Max? Coming in here flexing and shit.
I mean, it just kind of looks like, I don't know. Why doesn't he wear a beanie with a propeller on top of his head, you know?
Maybe pens. Maybe pens as the propellers.
I don't know. It's just, I'm looking at that and I go, okay, I've seen that before, but that's kind of more, you would find a company clerk and you go, okay, yeah, it's Corporal Klinger. Yeah, what do you got here? You know? And, oh, where's my pen? Corporal Klinger is in court.
Defense becomes
not wearing
that
a dress.
this is an accident or some sort, then I may raise the issue at that point. So, but I did not file another acts motion. That's correct.
Okay. All right. So we'll deal with those issues if they arise during trial. Maybe they won't. So obviously we have some special issues associated with this case.
He's a douchebag and old as fuck, but he still has a skill set.
Jury
Yes, he
selection
does.
would be our biggest
Yeah,
hurdle.
Soros is an ass.
What I have thought, just on my own, and I don't know if the parties have thought about this. I don't know if anybody would think that a court trial would be a preferable way to go to avoid any of those potential issues that would arise with having a jury and trying to seat a jury with a case that has not, this case is not notorious, but certainly Mr. Brooks's other case is notorious. And we certainly will do our best to seat a fair and impartial jury.
Ladies, children.
But that's just off the top of my head. I think that might be the best way. But of course, Mr. Brooks, that is ultimately his decision on whether it would be a court trial or a jury trial. So I just throw that out there. Nobody's requested that at this point. There has been a request for a jury trial, so we will plan on that. But it is just some food for thought.
I love how he's strapped into a wheelchair.
That it may be a way to
well, yeah, because he's being an
allow
ass.
for
I know.
We know he's going to be an ass.
evidence to be presented without the
I thought when you put the
potential
blue emoji there, I
tangential
thought we were going to
issues
see
that would
him
arise with a jury.
soil
So that's
his
just something to
diapers or
think
something
about.
like that. I didn't realize you were covering
In
up
addition
the,
to that,
law and
if
tuck
I'm going to
logo.
go with the assumption at this point that we are having a jury trial. I have not prepared.
So if you're wondering, who is this and what is it about? It is Darrell Brooks, and it's just about him being a shit. Okay, so back in, what was it, 21, 22, something like that?
22, yeah.
Yeah, in 22, he ran down a whole bunch of people in a parade in Michigan.
Kenosha.
Was it Wisconsin or Michigan?
It was Wisconsin.
Kenosha, Wisconsin. I don't know if it was in Kenosha itself, but Kenosha is where they held the trial at.
No, it was in Kenosha. It was like
okay,
right
so it
down
was
the
in
street.
Kenosha. They were having a Christmas Day or Easter, Thanksgiving
Christmas parade.
Christmas parade. It was after Thanksgiving, so closer
Yeah.
towards Christmas, but after Thanksgiving. And he ran a red SUV, and they had it on all the news stations. Dude hauled ass through there and ran down like a bunch of old people, children. It didn't matter. And then he went on the run, like, and they caught him shortly thereafter, like trying to hide from the cops, and they brought him in. Yeah, that's who this is, Darrell Brooks.
He unalived 7 people, injured 69 more.
Yeah. So, I mean, no, yeah. Oh, he is the guy I remember seeing and reading about it. Yeah. That's him. And he's a piece of work.
If you have the
I
opportunity
heard he
to go
got the
back
best
and
attorney that his money could buy.
Himself, yes.
If you have the time, go back and watch the trial, because it is comedy gold just how much of an absolute POS this guy is, and how much he just has no self-awareness whatsoever.
Well, let's put it this way. The reason why he drove through that crowd is because he was PO'd at the girl that he took out,
ex-girlfriend or something.
Well, ex-girlfriend that he knocked up in Arizona. And she was 16 whenever he knocked her up, and he was 24. And that's who he was pissed off at, because she was in a shelter because she was being abused by him, and she ran to the shelter, and he was pissed off because he wouldn't come drinking with her.
Yeah, shelter staff actually got involved, basically told him, hey, go get out of here, go away. And the shelter staff, like, I guess at one point basically told him off. He tried to run them over, but was unsuccessful. Pissed off, he just drove straight down the wrong alley, went through a barricade, and then into the parade, and just kept going, just gunned it.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh yeah, total POS.
Yeah.
Any written information, I will prepare that over the weekend and give it to the parties, and we can certainly talk about it. But I think we have to address it. No one is going to pretend that we're going to introduce Mr. Brooks and no one's going to know who he is. So obviously it's not going to be, one of the standard questions I asked during voir dire is, has anyone heard anything about this case or about this defendant, or had any opinion as to anything? That may foreclose us from seating any of the people that we bring in for voir dire right off the bat, because it was a big deal. The Waukesha case was a big deal. So I will prepare something.
Waukesha.
Do the parties
Waukesha.
have thoughts?
I didn't think it was Kenosha.
Or do you want to prepare something as well, and we can kind of put something together as far as
I'm not from there,
a preliminary statement to the jurors? I mean, obviously advising them that this needs to be, you will only judge this case on this evidence, and, asking those questions if they can be fair and impartial, and put out of their minds anything that they may know about Mr. Brooks.
Thinks people are upset with you?
Each side can submit something if
Nobody's
they would like.
Hell,
I'm kicking myself that I didn't think to tell everybody to do this ahead of today's date, so we could have worked it out this afternoon rather than doing it on Monday. But that was my error. I probably should have thought of that, and I did not. So if the parties want to do that, they can do that. I will have some language that I work up as well to address that. Other than that, I just talked with a sergeant from the sheriff's department. In the past, Mr. Brooks has been transported directly here and not really held in the jail, even as a waiting position, until he's brought directly to court. And then generally he's whisked away. I don't know what their plan is. I've got some concerns that if we're going to be in trial, I don't know what the situation would be in the jail, but I have alerted a sergeant in the sheriff's department to my concerns to make sure that Mr. Brooks is going to be here every morning for trial, that we're not going to end up with him being housed somewhere else. But I don't know that's not something that I get involved in generally. I did just want to put it on someone's radar to make sure that we have no delays when it comes to that. Is there anything that, I think your motions in limine were pretty standard, Mr. Jones. So you've both tried many cases in front of me. Everybody knows generally how I run things and how things work. So I think they're standard motions in limine, so they were along with the rules of how I do things. Does the state have anything they want to specifically address on the record this afternoon?
Your Honor, the only thing that I want to address is I do anticipate filing an amended information. I have, for a long time, been very clear that if this proceeded to trial, that I would file charges of intimidation based on the calls that were made on particular days. And so I anticipate having a total of 6 charges for intimidation of a victim in the amended information. I will get.
Oh, I bet that's his ex that he's calling and intimidating.
That file.
What is that, a
as
pen?
soon
What
as
kind of pen is
possible.
that?
But I have explained
It's
that
just like
both
a
to Attorney
regular
Jones. I've
clicky bick.
explained that to previous counsel
Yeah,
numerous
it's cheap.
times in communications on this case. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. I think we, on the charge in the underlying domestic violence case, we are going to be proceeding on amended charge of first-degree recklessly endangering safety rather than second-degree recklessly endangering safety. So we will have those charges amended. And if the court wishes, I can prepare the jury instructions over the weekend, if that helps.
Yeah,
with
his
regards to the
attorney
charges.
is on Zoom.
Okay.
And then my only other question is, would the court prefer having information with both cases joined in a single information or having 2 informations with 2 cases? I can prepare it either way.
That is a CCAP protect issue that is above my pay grade.
Okay.
I think they probably need to be filed in each case. I'm looking at the back of my clerk's head, and she's indicating, yes, that would be better. So separate, for the separate cases. Mr. Jones, do you want to be heard as to what Mr. Torbinson's statements or your own issues?
Yeah, let me respond to Mr. Torbinson first, then I have a few things I'd like to address. Mr. Torbinson indicated if it does not resolve with a plea, he would file an amended information and bring all the charges he thinks that he can prove, and that's not news to me, and it's not news to prior counsel. I have requested for Mr. Torbinson, I know I have it in writing somewhere, but I've made a request of him to put his offer in writing because Mr. Brooks wants it in writing in an email, so you could just send me one today with that discussion. Mr. Brooks had some issues with potentially discovery at Boscobel. I'm going to provide him written or all paper discovery that I physically can get my hands on and give it to him also Monday, even though we sent it to him back in March. And I'm not saying Mr. Brooks is wrong. I'm sure the institution may have lost it, but we can deal with that. I have it all. I'm prepared. The one request, I only have 2 requests. Number one, I think given the nature of this and the panel and the background, it would make sense if we started maybe at 9 o'clock. I have 2 quick appearances at 8:15 and 8:30 that I'd like to clear off. If we come in at 9, obviously I think if the 3 of us get together and decide how to deal with a joint statement, and I would prefer it to be issued by the court rather than the state or me, I think we could accomplish that in probably about a half an hour's time. The other thing I'm going to make this request, and I don't know how much the court has the authority to do this other than that you can make a request to the jail, but your request would probably be received better than mine, even though I've made inquiries. I know, or at least I've learned now, Mr. Brooks might be moving back and forth to the institution. I understand we can't control that. If at the end of every day of trial, I can have a deputy keep him in the bullpen for some period of time, half an hour, so I can at least meet with him in the bullpen, or if we can break at 4:30, so we can have someone till 5 o'clock, so I can have some time with Mr. Brooks after each day of trial. It may not be needed. I might say, hey, today that we don't need it, but I'd like that little bit of cushion because he's going to be physically removed and I won't have the opportunity to do that. So maybe we break a little bit earlier than we normally would, so I would have that on days I might need it. Just sort of thinking ahead.
Sure, I think we can accomplish that.
That's
good. So I want as much communication with Mr. Brooks, obviously, as possible, but I understand I'm bound by the executive, the executive branch in their whims.
Judge, it's probably too late for this as well, but I'm just taking in the size of your courtroom physically, and I'm wondering if there's any chance we could switch courtrooms just for jury selection even, because I imagine we're going to have a rather large panel for jury selection.
What I anticipated doing, and I think it probably is too late to plan a switch now. What I would anticipate is I can get 35 in It's tight, but we can do it. So we can have 35 people in here. And then if we are able to, let's say, seat 8 out of the 35, we will put them back in our jury room and bring a fresh panel of 35 over and do it in that way. I don't have any idea how long this is going to take, given, as I said, the notoriousness of the Waukesha case. So I wouldn't want to guess that one of the bigger courtrooms is going to accommodate it and still doesn't, and have everybody move for those purposes. So I think we just kind of get as many as we can and then start with a new group. So it may take longer than usual. So we may do a couple process of picking a jury in piecemeal fashion. But we should be able to accomplish it in that way. I think if we do run into issues, that may be the best way. So what I'm hearing from everybody is Mr. Torbenson has offered to put together the jury instructions. I appreciate that. And we will all work on what our idea of a statement looks like as far as what to tell the jury about this case, and that it is only this case they are to determine. Not anything else they may have know or heard or think or believe they know or any judgments they've made. And we will question people about that specifically. It's not going to be a general run-of-the-mill, I assume you haven't heard anything about this. You haven't? Yeah. So we will take it from there. So everybody's going to bring that statement, and Mr. Torbenson's going to do the jury instructions. Is there anything more from the defense?
Yeah, and Judge, I have a scheduled meeting with Mr. Brooks tomorrow at 2:30. Apparently that's not going to occur because he won't be at the jail. I'm efforting to get a meeting with him at his institution when we...
I don't know that for sure.
Well, Mr. Brooks is fairly confident of that. Either way, I've got the one set up at the jail. I'm going to try and set up the one at the institution, and
we'll see if there's anything.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. So somebody asked about this trial. This is not a retrial or anything like this. He's being charged for running over the mother of his child weeks before the Waukesha thing. Okay,
and then he's been calling and intimidating her on top of
Oh,
that.
yeah. Witness intimidation, victim intimidation, and also bail jumping, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
He's a real winner.
There's a lot of stuff going on with him.
So which one is it? He now has a court-appointed attorney. Is that right?
Yeah.
I guess he figured out that he wasn't a good attorney.
Oh, well, that's a hard lesson. I think he was there in his, even though he's a retard. I think he was hoping. I'm wondering. Are you aware of cases where somebody they represent themselves pro se and they're so bad at it they cause a mistrial because then the judge goes like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, they just a lot of times they just want to kick the can down the road. That's why they do it. So this year, this next one was sent to me by Captain Kern, and I am going to it's police dealing with entitled citizens. Thank you, Captain Kern, for this.
Oh, there we go.
So I'm going to go and I'm going to grab a beverage. I'll be right back, and we'll just let this play.
Hello.
Oh boy, on a plane. This is good.
We're going to take you off the aircraft. Yep, you're going to have to get off the aircraft, okay?
And you're out there, and I compliment you in that way.
She's a representative of the aircraft. They don't want you flying on their plane today, okay? So you're going to have to get off the aircraft.
They made us wait and wait and wait.
Yeah, that's the way it is, but right now I'm going to need you...
And that's fine, and I will respect that.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to grab your bag and just step off the aircraft.
And I did not do anything, actually.
We'll talk about it outside.
Disruptive, besides speak my mind.
Okay.
And you know what? I live in America, and that's what fucking America's about.
Calm down.
No, you know
Listen
that.
to me. Grab your bag.
You know that. You know that.
Give me another unit on the plane, please.
If you are ever going to put your hands on
Grab
me.
your bag.
No, I will grab my bag. But you know, I'm going to sit here and say that.
Listen, no one's going to put their hands on you unless you have to.
Yeah, you
Grab
won't.
your bag and just step off
you
the
won't.
Okay, but I need you to get up.
No.
Okay?
You need me to get up? You may need me to get up, but you know what I feel my need to do as a person? Just like Jesus motherfucking Christ.
You need to calm down.
No, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to say what I need to do. And if you're going to do whatever you feel you need to do to me, right? So I'm going to say what I have meant to say. No, to everybody.
Stand up, man.
Everybody Everybody is
You're
doing
gonna get
this.
arrested if you do not
I'm
stop.
already gonna get arrested.
You're gonna get arrested if you don't stand up and get off the aircraft.
Probably already gonna get
Do you want to get arrested?
I really
Then stand up and get off the aircraft. That's all you have to
really,
do.
it's not about that, man.
Okay.
You can
I'm gonna ask you one more time, and then I'm gonna have to put my hands on you. Okay?
For what reason?
Because you're not
Let me
listening.
ask you that. You're gonna put no. And that's fine. That's fine. Why do you have a right to put your hands on me, though?
Okay, let's go, Ro. Come on.
No, why do you have a right to put your hands on me?
Ma'am.
What am
stand
I
up.
doing that makes you feel like you have a right to put your hands on me?
Tell
Seriously,
the
though,
deplane.
can you tell me that?
Tell the deplane.
Can you just help me to understand as a human that is alive? Why do you seriously though?
The human that is alive,
Like
huh?
seriously?
As opposed to a
Why?
dead-
Can you just
Yeah.
tell me that? Like I'm actually asking
At
you as a
this
person.
point, here's what's happening. They're gonna deplane the aircraft. I'm gonna take you off the
That was
plane.
already happening. Don't.
And you're going to jail. Just so
No,
you
that
know.
was already happening.
It won't happen
Okay.
if you get up and walk out with me right now.
Yeah.
But if you're not
I
going
don't
to,
Right now, they're going to deplane. As soon as they deplane, you're going to jail, okay? If you do not get up. That's how it's going to work.
Do you feel that's a threatening system?
That's the way it is,
It's
man.
not cool.
Are you
I
gonna-
want to trust you. You want to trust me? That's not
She's not
healing.
wearing a bra.
We're not healing.
Hey, get off the
That's
plane.
not healing.
Get off the plane.
Can I trust you to not? I feel like you're still gonna.
Let's go. Off the plane. Grab your stuff. Grab your stuff.
Are
Get
you
on
gonna?
your
Can I trust you?
Listen, have I touched you yet? I'm trying to get you off the aircraft. That's all we're trying to do.
Do a control situation. If I get off the plane, you said you wouldn't arrest me. So you as a cop should have to honor that.
Russ, Russ.
Right?
No,
No,
then you
you
do
should
it to the
though.
plane.
You should have to honor that.
Oh,
That's my
never
right.
Go talk to the
in
captain,
closed
tell him we
aircraft.
need to
Well,
remove
that'd
It
be
really is.
fantastic.
So that's my right. It's like you need to, we're getting to the point where you're not you're not respecting my human rights as a constitution. That's not cool.
You're done.
I didn't do anything that did anything to. No, man, that's not okay, dude. That's not okay. You know it.
29 Central, 10:15.
Why did you
This is. It's like, man, this ain't cool.
Get over here. Up against the wall. You're going to be facing handcuffs, okay?
let me see your phone.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
Dude.
we tried talking to you.
No, you really didn't. I talked back to you, and I was calm.
I
And
talked
you
back to
honestly
you.
acknowledged me for a
Yeah, that's the
moment, and
problem,
then you
miss.
didn't.
Leave your hands there.
Why did you do that? Like that? You didn't have to do that like that.
Okay.
Self-entitled.
Come with me.
I wasn't doing it.
Come with me.
No, man. This shit is fucked up, and you are a part of this system.
She got some hairy pits, man.
Yeah.
No, that's your hair.
My
That's your
eyes.
hair. That's not hair.
No, that's her pits.
No, I just saw it. Yeah, she's got.
Just grab her
she's got
bag.
three-
Yeah,
She's
she
got
had a
some-
green backpack.
I can imagine what I'm just
She
gonna take
has
a wild
some-
guess. I'm gonna I think I
so-
know what her political affiliation is.
And
So
she's
that-
not
that's
even
a-
German.
Yeah, that is a pit right there, brother.
Oh, yeah.
That is hair under the pit, and it is there's plenty more where that came from. It looks like
I
she's
can already smell the patchouli.
Yeah, she's got buckwheat under each arm there, and she
she
is
drunk?
holding on tight.
Is she drunk
shit.
or
Oh, she
undrugged?
is toasted.
Yeah, she's probably
She's on
on drugs, but definitely drunk. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then you did.
yeah. That right there is there is.
Oh yeah, you can't
Valhalla's
mistake
beard is
that.
Valhalla's beard is trying to crawl out from underneath that thing.
Oh,
Leave your hands there.
Oh man, girl, I'm telling you, man, quick little
Woof.
trim up, and you'll be
And that
good to go.
officer, he doesn't even have gloves
Why
on.
did you do
He's
that?
kind of worried.
He's like, man,
you gotta get lice, dude.
Like that. You didn't have to do it like that.
Oh,
You didn't
man.
have to be like that.
Come with me.
I wasn't doing it.
Come with me.
No, man. This shit is fucked up, and you are a part of this system. You too. You looked at me. I saw you look at me in my eyes. That's not real,
You
man.
looked at me in my
Just grab
eyes.
her bag.
Well, because I was trying not to look
she
at
had a
your
green
arm.
backpack.
Not real, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Said if I got up and walked out, and you.
You have a vehicle?
Why
Oh, she got the shit locks in the back too. Yeah.
Let's go this way. This way.
Canine. The canine's backing away.
You didn't
He's
have time
scared.
to be funny.
Yeah, even the canine. It's like, oh man, I ain't biting that.
Canine has to
Hey, look, sweetheart, that's your plane right there.
Why
It's
would I
leaving without
stop
you.
when you lie to me?
Bye-bye.
How is anyone gonna stop anything when you lie to them?
Here's little fingers.
No chance, ma'am.
I had my chance. You didn't even give me a chance. I looked at you in your eyes, and I knew you were lying to me. No, don't. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. That's fine.
You can't bullshit a bullshitter.
What's the resistance that you felt?
She's a bullshitter.
When did you get your bicep?
Dude, you're better than that. I saw you outside before I even came in with your mask off. No, you're better than that. That's not cool. That's not cool, dude. It's really not. It's really not. I am not a person hurting anybody.
What airport is it?
I'm a person hurting.
Having a consequence can easily be Hartsville.
No, that's not okay. You just fucking arrest me for what? What are you arresting me for?
Interference with flight operations.
At Port Authority Police. So I don't know, but that might be like, yeah.
That's what you're getting arrested for.
You know I'm furious right now.
Yes, we are.
So it's Newark or airport or
You want to take it to the other side?
We're just gonna pat
I have a fucking cat. I need to get home to. Like, what?
Alright, do me a favor.
gonna pat
Widen
you
your
down.
stance for me, please, alright?
Lee County. That's what it looks like.
I didn't do anything. I'm mad. This system is fucked, and you give me all the reasons to keep saying what I say. Like in the eye.
That
Yeah,
poor
Lee
guy is
County.
just like,
It's
yeah.
Port Authority of Lee County.
That
You
poor
give me
officer, he's like, man, I can pay that for
all of
this.
you know you're fighting for a system that isn't just you. All you do, you know that.
Fort Myers. It's Southwest Florida International Airport.
That's just
That's what near Fort Myers.
like,
Hey, have a seat.
Yeah, Florida, that explains
Watch your
a lot.
head. Yeah, it's been a lot of talk. I had to pull her off an aircraft, so I don't know how she's going to act now, but she's been chirping the whole time, so we'll see how it goes. All right, ready to step out? Are you going to comply with everybody?
No, with you two, yes. Not with you, because you're a liar.
Okay.
No, he said literally the reason he has me arrested right now is because you looked at me in my eyeballs. I looked at you outside of the plane before I ever went in there. You didn't have masks on. No, can I say something before anybody takes me out so that I can just say what I have to say? And then I can say what I have to say, and then that's... I will do what y'all want me to do because I'm here now.
Okay.
No, it's... I don't get... It doesn't matter about that. What matters is that you have an unjust officer that's abusing his power, and you need to know that, Timothy. Hey. Can I SW, my mother's a social worker, and you're about to, like, really... Because you made eye contact with me before I ever got on that plane. You acknowledged the fact that you weren't wearing a mask.
Hey.
And then you got on the plane, and then you made eye contact with me, and then you manipulated the situation. No, that's what happened. Like, I'm sorry, that's what happened. So, I know
Here, let me get your temperature at least.
Hey, I am not talking about that. Armpit hair doesn't mean anything. I know a wonderful woman who can't shave because of a bleeding problem. She can literally bleed out if she nicks one of her lymph nodes. I thought the lymph nodes were up here.
Something like that, yeah.
No, they go through your body. They
Oh,
go
okay.
into your pits and.
Okay.
I don't know. So the attitude. Oh yeah, but here's the thing. She's not going to bleed out if she shaves.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
Not this chick.
Not this chick.
I think the armpit hair is there for political reasons.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's all.
Anybody? No? Yeah?
I just want to see her go.
No, I'm not complaining, you guys. Y'all just. And, oh, you think he's cute? Oh yeah, I thought he was cute too. I thought he was cute too. I looked in his eyeballs, and I thought he looked into my eyeballs, and then he abused that.
Hello.
Yeah.
What's your name?
This is an
interference with flight operations.
No, seriously, please just get somebody.
Her name is.
What's your name?
Gabrielle.
I don't want to tell you anything to you, so I want to say that I am being arrested for things that are unjust. I was on an airplane. I was doing nothing. I was speaking my mind. I should not be arrested right now, man.
Right now, we have to follow procedures, and we'll get
Crazy eyes.
Your procedure. You're not following my right? I use my constitutional procedures, okay? But I follow your procedures, right?
Step out. Take your leg out.
Can I have your name, please, first? Can we just adopt something that makes me want to be safe? Why can I not be safe?
Want to be safe?
Why is this like this? This is not my human right. Stop. I would relax if you would let me. You're not. Michigan? Oh my God, please.
Just not the smartest one.
Yeah, that's her to leave.
Okay. She's still talking.
Ma'am, I'll say if that's you leave, you have to leave.
Yeah, it is. It is.
My
money's
in this
bank,
and I'm going
to take
it out. Well, then you have to abide by the rules, and you have to have a mask on.
This is a state.
It's not. Businesses have the right to refuse service, even if you're not wearing a mask. That's their choice. Awesome. Well, you need to go and get a mask and then take your money out. You're not allowed to do.
I've been waiting here.
Ma'am, listen, we're going to do this the easy way or the hard way.
What are you going to do? Arrest me?
Yes, for intruding on premises.
That's hilarious.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. And you believe in this?
I believe in it.
Do you believe in this?
The laws, yes.
The law says that I do not have to wear a mask.
You can not in public,
My
but you're not in public.
rights.
You're not in public.
Yes.
I'm not going to argue with you about this. This is not a public place. This is a private business. No, you're not. We're going to go outside.
Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm kidding?
Well, I don't know because
Let's walk outside.
I don't know because I can't see your face.
I've got
Put a
issues.
mask.
you're taking away people's human rights.
Okay. Let's go
now
outside.
is
Let's
he
go
going to
outside.
shoot me, people? Is
No.
he going to shoot me for trying not to breathe?
Cool.
Come on, dude.
Don't do that. Oh no.
Get your hands off me.
Touch me. Who do you think you are?
2010, one
Oh,
resisting.
back up. Some old lady is getting handcuffed here. Yeah, people.
And down.
Ma'am,
Are
put your
you?
hands behind your back. Say
Give her the
you
zap.
don't stop resisting. Stop.
Are you going to, is anybody going to
Nobody's going to help you, lady.
Really?
Relax.
No one's going to get
Just saying,
real?
this is what they did during all of the COOF lockdowns.
Yeah.
This was the
Now,
attitude.
now you're
Just to
smashing
let you
my
know,
arm
they're
into
in
my
power.
private area?
Your private area?
Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back.
My hand is behind my back, sir.
This one. Turn over on your stomach. Put your hand behind your back. Relax.
I'm totally relaxed. You're the one.
No, you are not relaxed.
You're not relaxed. You're
relaxed
going to
at all.
feel every inch of this.
Wow! What about the
Not
sheet?
so bad.
Okay, I hope someone's filming this. You're hurting me.
Oh, I'm filming it.
This is
Yes, they
like
got sued.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Lady won.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand yourself up.
Comedian. I love it.
And how do you suggest, sir? I am like a 65-year-old woman here.
Okay.
What
Sit
are
up.
you doing?
Stand up.
We can tell by the cigarette lighter and the Crocs.
Stand up.
I bet you smoke weed too.
Oh, there's a lighter. There's a big lighter. So.
Yeah.
Are you trying to speak Spanish to people?
I do speak Spanish.
Okay, well, stand up.
I was gonna say, is this Florida again?
Are you happy now?
Maybe.
I'm not happy. You don't
Okay, stand up.
No, it wouldn't be Florida. Would it?
I was gonna say, I just get Florida vibes. Is all I'm saying.
Come on.
You know what? I think
She's getting your stuff. Come on.
I think you broke my freaking
Yeah,
foot.
outside. Look
Okay, I'll
outside.
call.
And that's my business over there.
Yeah, she's going to pick it up.
Wow. Not wearing a mask, people. This is what they do to you.
True.
Slow everybody down.
Okay, I've got my dog in my truck.
I got you.
Texas.
I'm 10-4. Send him.
In
Mask for a 60-year-old white female. She's complaining of foot pain.
Yeah. You
Take a
broke
seat.
my damn foot.
Take a
Watch
seat.
whenever he shows the
49, we're out, women. Okay.
Take a seat.
Where's your mask? Where's your mask? 6 feet away from you. Oh, well, I was 6 feet away from those people
All
in there,
right,
too.
in there. Get inside.
Come on, you guys.
Get
Let's get
inside.
real.
Yeah, it was Galveston. I saw the side of the car.
You know, no.
Yeah,
CVS.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I've been watching a lot of these times when police tell the suspect simply, you know, they're not even being under arrest, detained. They say, lie down, face down. Hold on. I'm gonna take out the Zin. The Zin's give me a head rush. And so often the command, you know, and I think it's unless you are somebody who has done this before, like, and you understand the dangers of being shot or being thrown down, and you know the drill. Unless you know the drill,
right?
And you're outside, and there's, you know, it's asphalt, it's dirty, or it's a grimy floor. To do that, even if you understand the police officer is saying, "Get down, face down," it's a highly unnatural act because it's physically it's difficult to do, and it's someone said, "Hey, Max, get on your knees and lick that toilet bowl," and you're going like, "What?" And right away, that's you're resisting, and bang, and I see that, and I'm going, "Geez, you know that's something I." You know, you probably have to tell somebody if they're going to be like, they may be a grown ass adult, but you're going to say, look, if you're new to America and you're in a situation, you know, and you didn't do nothing wrong, but you're being told, you know, get face down, and you see glass or you see shit, dog shit, whatever. The different, if you hesitate and you're going like, what? Yeah, you're gonna get forced down. You're gonna get thrown down and cuffed. And I don't know if they realize. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Normally, they're not going to throw you down, face down, and put you down till you start resisting.
But the command is to get face. Often, not always. Often it's.
But see, the thing is you don't have to follow. You don't have to follow the command. And the way that you do this is you basically lock your arms behind your head.
Yeah.
And just stand right there. Don't move.
Are you sure? Because I've seen where somebody is saying they have their hands, maybe not their hands there.
I'm telling you right now, generally, if unless you start out like yelling and starting shit, like if a cop comes up and he was like, I need you to lay face down, just say, you know, put your hands behind your head and say, officer, you're welcome to handcuff me, but there's no way I'm going to kneel down.
Okay.
You know, generally a cop is going to be just like, okay, you know, it's just like, listen, I can't because I physically can't because my knees are bad.
Yeah.
Or any reason that you have to give, it doesn't matter, but just put your hands behind your head and say, just go ahead and handcuff me. I'm not resisting. I physically can't kneel down for you. What is the cop going to say? He's more than likely going to come up. He's going to handcuff you and he's going to pull your arms down. He's going to pull them back behind you and handcuff you.
I swear I've seen cases where the person has done this, but they haven't gone face down. In fact, if I do this and the instructions are put your hands behind your back and lie face down, you are doing a face plant, you know.
Yeah.
And they stall, and then they're forced down. And
you also have to understand that they are in a panic situation.
I understand,
their adrenaline's rushing. They're going to say things. They're going to say things because it's not that it means a whole lot of sense in instruction.
I understand.
This is where you, as a human being, has to be a rational human being. You have to say, I'm not resisting. I'm just not getting down on my hands and knees. Like, you're welcome to handcuff me. I'm not resisting. I'm just going to stand right here until you arrest me. Yeah. But I've got nothing. I've got nothing for you. Mm-hmm. Do what you got to do.
Sure.
I mean, because if you come at an officer in a panic situation, he's already panicked in the first place. He's going to be most likely to react by breaking out a billy club and maybe, knocking you down a few times and starting some riots in Los Angeles or some crap like that. But if you're actually getting out, acting calm, saying, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm being arrested. I don't know why I'm being detained, whatever it might be, but I'm just going to stand here. You guys do what you got to do. Handcuff me. If you come at it with a very, very calm demeanor, it generally will calm down the whole situation. If you get out and you start yelling and screaming, F you, that kind of crap, then all you're doing is you're escalating the situation.
Yeah.
It
also should be to de-escalate.
Yeah. I've been in Japan a long time, so I have these compulsive things. I'm thinking always, wow, the floor is hella dirty. And you think about it, and you're going, well, you might have that concern, but if you look like you are resisting, you're going to get met. You're going to be forced down. So. Yeah.
The cops are not going to play around with it. It's the same way with
down order, going face down. I've seen cases where it's just enough there, but lying face down, I'm always thinking like, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm thinking,
yes, that's exactly what it is.
Very unnatural. Yeah.
I'll be right back. I just remembered something, so I'll be right back in a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, usually what they want to do is they want to put you in a position where you can, where it's easy for them to take control of you, but not easy for you to get out of. One of the things that they'll do is they'll force you to your knees. And the reason they'll force you to your knees is because whenever you got someone on their knees, they're less likely to be able to fight back. It's much harder. They can't run. It makes it harder for them to twist.
Oh, no. Not if you have an Asian man. He might not Aikido like Steven Seagal. Remember one of the Glimmer Man? He goes, okay, I'm going to go down on my knees. I'm going to do this. And it's one of his. It was probably when just before his movies really started turning shit. But there's one where he walks into a convenience store and these guys, and he goes, listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down on my knees. Okay. And it's all this Aikido, you see him like that. And then he challenges the guy and,
and then wins, of course, because, Steven Seagal
always wins. He's a god. He was the Dalai Lama saw in his good wisdom to grant him the status of deity.
Hey JW, good to see you, brother. More and more cops are getting sued now. Yeah, and here's the thing: you're going to see quite a bit more of this. And let me break it down the best that I can with the small mind capacity that I have. Okay, so whenever you had things like Black Lives Matter and all these protests happening, this is before George Floyd. This is much further back. This goes back to about the time that Obama was around. Whenever Obama was promoting a lot of the racism, especially there was a college campus teacher that this stuff started talking about.
Henry.
Henry
something Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, that basically, the police, he did something really bad. The police were, there to like take control of the situation. He acted an ass. Obama basically said, well, if, all of these black kids were my son, and it was that one kid that went out and actually grabbed the cop's gun and went to go shoot the cop, and they actually deleted him right there.
You're mixing up two. The college professor.
Well, there was a college professor,
Jr.
but what I'm saying is during Obama's time, he really promoted a lot of the race.
The Trayvon, he sent out guys to make sure that guy George Zimmerman was prosecuted, and they basically put in false witnesses. All
of this
professor
stuff.
I remember was interesting because that police officer, where later they had to sit down and talk. That police officer Crowley, I think his name was Crowley. He was a sergeant, and he actually gave seminars or lectures on racial profiling. He later explained to the professor, who actually realized, he goes, listen, I was concerned that when there was a report that there was a break-in, there may have been a second person. He was concerned for the professor's safety, that there could be a person upstairs, So
right.
it wasn't like, okay, I'll go away. You live here. He was concerned that his home had been broken into, and there was a possible threat to the professor that if this were the case, there was a guy waiting upstairs. Yeah,
right.
He needed to clear that.
But see, during all of this race baiting that Obama did, what happened was there were a lot of police officers just like, listen, I am not racially profiling. I'm doing my freaking job. They're actually good cops.
Yeah.
But what happened was because of all of that, they're like, you know what? This bullshit is not worth it. It's not worth the pension. It's not worth the heartaches. I have a really good reputation in my community. And because in 15 seconds of this dumbass being on TV, saying that cops are bad and horrible people, I lost all trust that I built up in my community. And now I'm just done. I'm going to go find some ho-dunk town that there's like no crime or nothing. I am done. I'm done. I've been doing this for who knows how many years. Maybe I'm close to retirement. Maybe I'm not. Doesn't matter. I'm just done. I'm out. And this happened across the country. And so they had a big drop in the amount of police officers that they had. So they had to lower their standards to bring in more police officers. Whenever they lowered their standards to bring in more police officers, they got douchebags. Then you had the shit like George Floyd happen and more good police officers left because now they're being attacked. It's not worth, me looking over my shoulder every day of the week. I'm done. I'll go mow lawns or something. It's safer than this bullshit. Or how about just like scuba diving naked in a bin of sharks is probably safer. So you start losing more and more of the police officers are actually doing good work. And what do you get in replacement of it? They lower the standards. Now you've got douchebags in there as police officers. You still have some good ones in there, but you've got some real douchebags in there, and they're going to cause even more problems, and they're going to degrade it worse. It's the same thing that I ran into whenever I worked at a car dealership. Working in a car dealership, you have a certain standards that as a mechanic, you want to go by. You want to do everything right. You want to make sure that the customer is taken care of, all of that stuff. You're just like, you're hyped about doing it. And then you see some asshole screwing things up and you pull them aside and you're like, listen, you don't need to be doing that way. This is an easier way to do it, and it'll save you from destroying things. They don't listen to you. They act a fool. You take it to management. Management's just like, yeah, but I'm paying them like $10 less than you, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just let them screw stuff up for you to fix. But then you lose faith in the customer. The customer loses faith in you. And pretty soon you're just like, you know what? I'm just done. And you're just like, I don't want to be here anymore. Nobody has any faith in the work that I'm doing because everybody around me is screwing it up. And I don't want to have my name associated with a bunch of douchebags. Then once you leave, they just replace you with more douchebags.
One thing I did where I confess, this is back maybe in 2004 or 5. I was driving a rent-a-car, and I got a ticket because I made a left-hand turn on a. It was in advance. It was a turn, but it was just turning yellow, so I just did it. So technically, it was on a red. It got pulled over. But one of the things, did I do this? I went to get the registration from the glove compartment, and I kind of realized. I said, "Oh shit!" Listen, 10 years ago, that's not a big deal. You get pulled over, you go for the registration. But even back then, you do that, and I would just say, don't. If anything, if it's your car, have it in the visor and have your shit up in the visor, especially if you're carrying. Or I wasn't carrying or anything, but especially if you're carrying, you need to be real careful because you don't want to have to reach down, and so everything's there, But yeah, that's one of the things. The first thing is, I'm being pulled over, and then you go over to the glove compartment. No, nowadays, I think most people
the smartest thing to do is if you are going to do that, because you you know why the cop is pulling you over. You know, the first thing he's going to ask for is license, registration. If you're having to go for your glove box to get the license and registration, generally he's going to pull over. He's going to be behind you at that moment in time. Reach over to your glove box, pull out your registration, set it up out of the way, close the glove box. If you're carrying in your glove box, I don't know why you would, because that's sort of a waste of space to put your firearm. It's hard to get to. What is up, expert? Brother.
No, I wouldn't reach to the glove compartment while he's walking towards your vehicle, because that would, this is what you would do normally. You're going, okay, I'm just going to get ready. But I realize, now that's one of the things I would have said a long time ago. If I have a son, to say, listen, if you get pulled over, don't do what you think is helpful and reach for the glove compartment to get those papers, because that's going to be seen as suspicious activity. You're making that guy hella nervous,
Yes,
Well, yeah,
this reason exactly is why I have a little folder that goes like in the right above my little flip mirror. Registration's in there. Whenever I drive, my wallet. I have pocket T-shirts. I put my wallet right here in my pocket. No problem.
You don't need to have any reason for your hands to go down below to your waist, because even if you say, I'm just getting my registration, no, this is all there. And
Max, I have to, because I'm saying, officer, I'm pulling my pants up because I was just getting turned on by you pulling me over.
No, but seriously, like what would be
you haven't seen some of the cops here in Atlanta.
If you have a son who just got his driver's license, or daughter, like what's the advice that you give now that you wouldn't probably give 20, 15 years ago? That would be keeping your registration and stuff maybe in the visor above.
The advisement
for permission for any reach.
The advisement I would be giving them is, if you're getting pulled over and you know you're speeding, know where your license and registration is. Okay. First thing. Second thing, put your hands on the steering wheel at 10 and 2 and keep them there until an officer directs you to do something completely different. Because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to say, I need to see your license and registration. Now, in Georgia, you don't have to worry about that. They just need to see your license, because they've already run your plate by that point in time. You don't have to worry about insurance card or any crap like that, because your insurance is tied to your license. If you don't have insurance, it's going to pop whenever they pull your license.
If it's a brand new car, then you better have that temporary registration right there.
Absolutely.
One thing
here's the thing.
I lived in Arizona.
10 and 2,
and
wait until the cop tells you what to do, because he says, hey, I need to see a registration. Officer, it's in my glove box. I'm going to reach for my glove box. I'm going to pull out my registration. And of course, because me being the paranoid shit that I am, I'm probably carrying. And he's going to ask me, are you carrying? And I was like, no, but my firearm is nearby. Do you want to know where my firearm is? And if he says, if it's in your glove box and you're reaching there, yes, I want to know. It's just like, no, it's not in my glove box. It's not there, but that's where my registration is. So I'm just letting you know that I'm reaching for my registration, not a firearm, because generally they're going to have some sort of body cam on, because I am in city of Atlanta. So they're going to have some sort of body cam on.
Yep. And
all this stuff is going to be recorded. I'm going to be able to reach in there, pop open my glove box, and I'll be able to show him my license, registration, or before he even gets there, I'm going to be reaching in, pulling out my wallet. I'm going to set it up on the dash. It's just like that.
Even if you have legally compliant tinted windows, I would roll those windows down, because I noticed a number of things. It's not always clear, especially if it's dark or something, or you have twin. They want to know, are there any other occupants in the vehicle? And sometimes you don't realize, there's no one in there, but you can't tell from their angle. So rolling the windows down, I think it's helpful. I don't know if this is true, but let's say you're in a state where you have a concealed carry permit, right? But you're not carrying. And does that actually, producing your driver's license with your CCP and indicating you're not carrying, sometimes that helps an officer calm down, because they realize you're fitting the profile of a law-abiding citizen. You know,
it can, and I mean, even let's put it this way: I'm always carrying, but the officer doesn't need to know whether I'm carrying or not because it's none of their effing business. But I will always say, I will always produce my carry permit because the last thing I need is him like panicking over some bullshit. And I don't know. I'm just trying to be more. I try to be more cognizant of it, but I also don't speed, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm never concerned with whether they're freaking out over me or not. I'm just like, if I'm getting pulled over for speeding, I know I was speeding. Simple as that. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and fight with you. I'm not going to argue. Write me your ticket. I'm going to move on my way and I'm going to continue on. There's too many people that can't do that. The expert, have you ever tried peanut butter and Nutella? What are you talking about, you perverts?
What is?
I don't know. All I saw was something about the dogs, and then peanut butter and Nutella. What?
Is Drex on the call?
What?
I'm kidding, JD, man. I know.
Why would you peanut butter and Nutella? That's kind of. I have peanut butter, but I haven't.
I mean, you
haven't
can't really
mixed it
give the
with-
dogs Nutella because it's got chocolate and hyperthermia.
Oh,
it has chocolate in it. I thought it was all hazelnut.
No, it's sugar.
chocolate.
Sugar. There's chocolate or coconut. Cocoa.
Yeah, there's cocoa in there. So yeah,
I thought it was all like hazelnut or something. I don't know what the hell it is, but the first time I had Nutella, I was like, okay, I think I'm going to throw up.
That's a lot of sugar.
I don't know what the hell it was.
Remember but I had to go out to my car for it. I forgot that my brother gave me a gift for today, and I'm like, I better go get that.
Oh. Do you have it right now? Oh, okay, cool.
What
is
it?
It's an original.
Look what I got.
It's an original M5A1 bayonet for an M1 Garand.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I had to get my spear point for my Eldergat.
That right there is a train whistle.
Yeah. Oh, good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I gave mine to. I printed out those for the niece and the nephew for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then I gave it to them the day that we left. Like as we were pulling out of the driveway, I was like, "Hey kids, come here." I gave them the train whistle. They were just like, "Oh, thank you, Uncle P. We'll see you."
And
bye."
This is a ASP
baton.
Oh, yeah.
21 tactical baton. Look.
Yeah.
Nice. Lobotomy.
Yeah. And most people don't understand. You don't have to have a lethal weapon to disable somebody.
No, look, this is Leviosa, Harry Potter. Leviosa.
Yeah. Leviosa. I bet they'd be levitating after.
Leviosa surprise, motherfucker.
That's a typical man. Typical man to say that.
Ma'am, no weapons on you or anything like that?
No, here.
No, but I have a
That's okay.
large
Stand up for me,
mouth.
please.
No.
I just make sure you have any weapons on you.
Look, I don't even have
I don't know.
pockets.
Turn around. I don't want to touch
I
you.
don't have pockets.
I don't want to touch you, but you just did.
Under arrest for battery.
I didn't do any battery.
No, when you
touched
spit on
somebody.
people, that's battery.
No, I did not.
Spit on
Listen,
somebody.
He verbally abused me.
Well, that doesn't give you the right to spit on them. That's what you verbally abused me as soon as I got here. That spit on you?
Assault, yeah.
You're under arrest for battery.
No, it's battery.
You're definitely doing that.
Battery, yeah.
Yeah, they're handcuffs. They're not for comfort.
Can
Let's
I
go.
take my
Brain.
purse?
Absolutely. Come
Oh,
on.
please don't. No,
Oh, no,
don't
you're
hurt
definitely
me.
going to jail. Let's go. Walk.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Can I leave my car here?
That's absolutely fine. Sure.
Yes, this is unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Officer, this is unbelievable.
Let's go.
Unbelievable.
Oh, he's grabbing her by the bingo wings.
Well, I'll get a good attorney.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yep. God bless me. God, because I'm a
Lauderdale.
Christian.
Christians don't talk like you.
Florida
No,
man.
but you know what?
Coming
I
again.
just went through. Can I put that in my purse, please?
I need to
Will you
collect
put-
your property. You are a prisoner now. I need to collect your
I've
belongings.
never been a prisoner.
Well, you are
You
tonight.
are now.
Congratulations.
You're going to
You just
jail.
got a downgrade.
Open your hand. What is this?
This is my Kleenex.
Okay,
For
so
my nose.
let it go.
Well, can you give me a Kleenex?
What?
Officer, please help me.
Just get, they said it is
I
our
am helping
prosecution.
you. I want to make
They
sure
said
that
no
I
now?
don't smack
Because they
your
told
head
me
into
yes.
that door a few times as I'm trying to
Confirm.
stuff you in
For
the
me,
car.
or-
Don't do this. Please.
Fort Lauderdale.
Stand there and stop talking.
Yeah.
How about,
Lauderdale.
yeah.
How about we do that? That doesn't give you an excuse to act the way that you're acting. None. Just stop talking.
I'm a man.
It's man.
Thank you so much. All right, you guys have a good one.
This officer saw me last night. I've been having a lot happening in my life. You really think that's going to happen? With a simple I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe got back over there.
I'm sorry.
Police officer
Can you apologize to us? I apologize. I'm not a racist.
Don't take
I
one in the
have friends that are
quartermail.
Muslim. Okay?
Put
I
down
have
the
friends
donut,
that are
officer.
Muslim.
I wouldn't be able to take
You're hurting my
Well, they're
hand.
handcuffs. They're not for comfort.
Well, I've never had him.
So that's a no. Okay, so
Except
those
when I
those
was-
same Muslims that you were
Man.
talking shit to just decided your fate and they elected.
Woof.
I'm sorry, man. I'm looking, and I swear to God, the Fort Lauderdale police officer, they would not pass a PT test in any country, in any state, anywhere. I swear to God, the lady police officer, she has got so much butt that she shouldn't be a police officer. And police officer over here, you'll see him come probably. I hope you see him come back into frame. But this guy over here in the corner, that guy right there, I swear to God, I've seen some pot bellies, but that is like pot belly pig.
Oh, that one? Okay.
Yeah, he has got a gut where the belt, it disappears.
Yeah, we got Dunlap's disease. His gut Dunlapped over his belt.
You know, it's such a consistent pattern when somebody is an individual is really aggressive verbally or physically or whatever. But then it doesn't matter how tough they are. Almost like a good 3/4 of these guys or gals will suddenly become the biggest hypochondriac malingerers. Like, oh, it hurts, and oh, it's screaming, and oh, can I? And it's really weird. It's just a 180, and it doesn't occur to them that it's not they're not going to be listening to it. You know, they don't care.
So hold on. I have to ask here. So you're helping the husband fix a friend's car air conditioner. What's wrong with the air conditioner on the car? Because see, I used to work on cars.
Oh.
That's why I'm wondering.
Okay.
I'm wondering what the problem is. Is it that the clutch went on the AC compressor? Did the AC run low on Freon, which in case you want to replace both the Schrader valves? And if they're having other issues, what you may want to do is look at their cooling fans and make sure if they're electronic cooling fans that they're both spinning whenever the AC is on. Because if they're not both spinning, what will happen is you'll end up with like bogged down in the engine that will cause your engine not to run properly. So what are you working on? See, as a mechanic,
Yep.
I think like this kind of shit. Yo, Traveling Fools, been a member for 4 months. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Traveling Fools, man, oh man. See, now I have to wait for about 30 seconds before they actually see what I posted, and then they'll say, oh no, it was low on Freon, and so we added more in there. And let me explain this to you very precisely. AC systems are an enclosed system. That means nothing comes in, nothing goes out. So if they're low on Freon, they've got a leak somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling!
An AC system is like a constipated wife who doesn't give you sex. Nothing goes in, nothing goes out.
Yes, it is. It is horrible thing. I mean, we had this Type R that came in, and they were a Honda Type R, which are, they're limited edition vehicles, but comes in, it's like, oh, my AC isn't working. I need you guys to look at it. The compressor her boyfriend put in didn't ground. Hubs' mechanic just needs a second of hands. The serpentine belt pops off. Oh, the compressor he put in, he didn't ground. Okay. So he didn't ground the compressor, so he didn't tighten down the bolt that goes to the. Oh, I could understand, because then it's not going to actually engage the clutch. But that's the only thing that you would have the ground for, is to engage the clutch. So, and the serpentine belt pops off, then there's a possibility that either they got the wrong belt or your tensioner is loose. That would cause it to pop off also. Just saying.
I'm learning so much today.
Libby! Oh no, dude. You have to understand, after many years of working on Hondas and working on Chevys and Fords and GMs and Dodge and having someone pull in there with a Dodge pickup and they go, yeah, we cracked the block on this and we need to replace the engine and we need you to do it in like the next like 2 days. It needs to be replaced because I've got this big tractor trailer that I've got to haul up, or having someone tow your car in, having a car towed in that the bushings fell out of the car because everything rusted out, its whole undercarriage rusted out. So whenever they cranked it over, everything dropped and hit the ground, and then they hooked a tow truck up and brought it in to you. And you go, yeah, it needs a whole undercarriage and it's going to need all of these extra parts just so I can mount the thing up. They go, yeah, we're not paying for that. It's just like, well, see you, bye. I don't care. Take it to a junkyard. Yeah, nothing worse than a livid ass. We done. Now time with deal with angry animals. Well, you know how to deal with angry animals? As my grandfather said, if that ass is being an ass, you just grab yourself up. Okay, now that I said that, because that was just getting me in trouble. Oh, really? Tell me, oh, what's your car, Scott? Oh, did you really? Let me get it from my brother. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. I just saw your private chat. Thank you. All right, we'll finish this later.
Yeah, God bless them.
It's
because
fine.
if it was up to me, he'd be going to jail.
Yeah, that's when I went and left.
But they decided, as the victim, that you were not going to jail.
Oh,
I suggest you watch your mouth because the particular, shut up, listen. The particular group that you decide to mouth off to were professional.
Oh, dude, this cop right here, I would have him, I would get this body cam and I would have him fucking sanctioned. He would not be an officer after very long. Listen to the bullshit that he's spewing out. We'll go back to cop officer like Jelly Gut, but the shit that he says right coming up, this kind of crap, it would not fly in a court of law.
No,
like you start talking shit like this, I guarantee you, you're gonna have his ass up on a hanger because this isn't your fucking little Twitter stream that you're dealing with. You're an officer. You're supposed to conduct yourself professionally, and this is the kind of shithead officers you get. Just listen to what he said.
They said it is our prosecution?
They said no 2 seconds ago.
They said no now? Because they told me yes.
They told me no, it's not.
Confirm for me. Or
do this. Please. I didn't do anything. How about you just stand there and stop talking? How about we do that? How about we do that? That doesn't give you an excuse to act the way that you're acting. None. Just stop talking.
You guys can leave. We'll take care of it. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, you guys have a good one.
This officer saw me last night. I've been having a lot happening in my life. You really think that's gonna happen? With a simple I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm telling you, that is not a profile you want to have as a police officer.
Nope. Officer Dunlap over there is having a bad time.
And this is like some badonkadonk right there. That is just like, but you know, they would fit in really well. You know, Officer Dunlap and Officer badonkadonk right there. He would just ease right in there and that.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the puzzle pieces fit right in there.
I mean,
pieces.
I have not seen a trunk that big since a Ford Crown Victoria.
No.
Sorry. I'm
Just
sorry.
listen to what he says.
But you apologize too. I apologize. I'm not a racist. I have friends that are Muslim. Okay? I have friends that are Muslim. Oh, that hurts. You're hurting my hand.
well, they're handcuffs. They're not for comfort.
Well, I've never had handcuffs.
So that's a no. Okay, so
Except when I
those
was-
same Muslims that you were talking shit to just decided your fate and they elected to not
Thank
prosecute.
you.
Yeah, don't say shit like that. Those Muslims you talking shit to, yeah, don't act like that as an officer. You have no reason to explain yourself. If you have a reason to explain yourself, then you are a piece of shit. You're there to do a job, and this is not part of your job.
God bless you.
Yeah, God bless them, because if it was up to me, you'd be going to jail.
Come on, officer, please.
But they decided, as the victim, that you are not going to jail.
Oh.
I suggest you.
They have no choice in that matter, because as soon as the cops come, somebody's going to jail.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want to press charges? No, you're still going to fucking jail, because then it becomes a criminal offense. If you can't show up and show cause for criminal offense, then there's no reason for the officer to be there, and they can go fuck themselves twice to Sunday. They're just being a fucking boot of the state, and they can go piss off. If there's no crime being committed, there's no reason for the police to be there.
You watch your mouth, because the particular the particular group that you decide to mouth off to were professional or nice. Some people might kick you in your face, and they're gonna come.
You heard what the officer just said.
I'm professional.
No, right there, that police officer should be removed from duty forever, ever being there again, because he has got an attitude, and a police officer is not supposed to have this kind of attitude coming into a situation ever.
Come pick up the pieces. So I suggest you watch your mouth.
This officer saw me.
Yeah, police officers not good. Just saying, this is the kind of shitbag that you get whenever you get rid of all the good cops.
Last night, he knows I'm not a bad person.
I don't think he.
I don't know you.
Well,
I just know you were having issues yesterday.
Because of my card. My father was with the Army. He was a captain in the Army.
Did anybody get her 14?
Look what you did to my aunt.
You should be going to jail.
Huh? Oh. Can you get me my purse, please?
Hey, you got a 14?
No, I thought he was holding it.
Get your stuff and leave.
No, what do I do with this?
What do you do with what?
Oh, that hurts.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I've never had this happen to me
Then keep
before.
your mouth shut and you won't have it happen again. Literally, keep your mouth.
Dude. A police officer acted.
Wow.
Hey, officer done fucked up. Shut up. Because right there, if I was this lady right here, I would be calling their supervisor and I would have them sanctioned. I would be pulling that body cam footage, and your ass would be fucking gone. Because having an attitude like that as a police officer is never appropriate. Ever. Don't act a fool. Hey, Tammy.
Because you spit on somebody.
Listen, you don't know what he did to me.
You don't have the right to ask me how to talk to you when you're disrespecting people.
Fuck you. That's what I have to say to you, officer. Officer, fuck you.
Wait a minute. Is that woman an police officer as well?
No, she's not a police officer. She's just a regular citizen. But this cop, hoping this fucking attitude right there. Oh, no.
I just thought caught on body cam police dealing with entitled citizens in public. Okay.
Yeah, this is an entitled fucking police officer. He can go fuck himself twice to Sunday. And I would tell him that to his fucking face, because that's bullshit.
Honestly, though, if you had asked me, it wouldn't occur to me, and maybe I'm just what he said. It wouldn't. I could see now that if she were in court, her attorney could say, "Oh, these comments were inappropriate," but it doesn't. Just my lack of familiarity, probably. I just kind of think, okay, so yeah, the officer was aggressive, but I didn't. It wouldn't have if somebody said, "Do you think he was way out of line and was
he is so
line of professional conduct?" I would say, nah. I would have actually, honestly, I would have said
as someone that wouldn't put myself in her situation in the first place. But if a cop was acting like this towards me, I would be telling him to go fuck himself 2 times to Sunday and go crawl up a flagpole and make sure that he slid down, making sure that every inch of his ass cheeks hit on the way down, because there's no way I'm going to deal with his shit. Serious. It'd be like, you take me to jail because I am going to have your whole freaking police department under scrutiny. because this kind of shit does not fly. And I would, and if he didn't arrest me, I guarantee you there would be a formal complaint filed against his sorry ass. Because that shit does not.
What did this woman do? Was she is the issue that she's been trespassed off private property?
No, she spit on somebody.
Oh, she spit on somebody.
Which is battery. That's battery, and whether they want to press charges or not doesn't matter, because they should have taken her ass to jail, because that ends up becoming criminal. Yep. Regardless, they should have just taken her to jail, not said a single thing to her. And I think this cop is being a real bitch, and he's the one that should be held right there, because that is just, no, that's not appropriate. You don't act like that. Hey, Roseman. Hey there, Roseman Ranch. Yeah, this guy right here is being an ass. I mean, me as a private citizen, I agree with him 100%. And this is the kind of shit that I could say, but as a police officer, that's not how you're supposed to act. There's a certain amount of professionalism that you're supposed to have, and this guy is not displaying any of it. Check my Discord. All right, brother. I got you.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, look. You know, in the old days, they used to, if you were a student on campus and you would get your things marked in case it got stolen, it could be traced. And if you're on campus, campus police would give you a sticker.
How much shit did you steal this weekend, Max?
Registered with Yale Police. Yeah.
I'll have to break out.
It's an old Vivitar flash for.
Oh, okay.
See, you know what I'm gonna have to do at some point in time. I'm gonna have to whip out my old Geek Squad badge, because it is solid. It is a solid badge. I mean, it is one of those where you hit somebody upside the head, they're gonna feel it. It's not some like cheap Cracker Jack box. I'll just have to cover my name on it, is all, because it has my last name.
Put a piece of tape over it, yeah.
And my ID number on there, because it actually has your ID labeled into it. Whenever I worked for Geek Squad, I was given like an ID and all that kind of shit. It's hilarious.
Oh, look, I'm going to be a YouTuber. Look, it's a YouTuber in a box. Look at this. Yeah, do you think this is good?
Oh, that's a classic right there.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. You got your Super 8
millimeter?
Yeah, it's an 8. Yashica 8.
Super 8. Nice.
Yeah.
No, these are night vision goggles.
Oh, I love it. No, so you're saying not sure they can arrest without the approval of a victim, as it's hearsay without their testimony unless on video? Yeah, you're probably right. All right. You're gonna whip this out. What? Huh? Shame on you. All right, let me get this thing fired back up.
Disrespecting me first.
Literally spitting on people. Gather your belongings, count your blessings, and leave.
Shut up, asshole.
Listen, I'm a
Bye.
Christian.
Yeah. Well, you need to look that up.
And I go to
Shut up,
Calvary
asshole.
Chapel.
You need to.
All right.
That's concerning.
Shut up,
very
asshole.
concerning.
Yeah, we'll
Shut
talk
up,
to
asshole.
Pastor Doug.
I will actually. I will talk to Pastor Doug and let her know.
Hey, ghetto cop, shut your cake hole. And that's what I would say to him. I was like, ghetto cop, shut your asshole. What you gonna do, bitch? Come on, bring it on. What, you're gonna arrest me? Because I can talk all kinds of crap to that pecker would.
How you
Come
feel
on
about
Sunday.
different religion?
Sunday for church.
Okay, for sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
11 a.m.
All right. Good night.
All right, good night.
Yeah, that's a cop with an attitude, and he is the kind of officer that would actually put a couple of rounds in somebody and then ask questions later. This is the bad cop I was telling you about.
Thank you, officer.
Yeah, good night, man.
Thank you.
Get
And
home safe.
thank you, officer. You're respectful.
They all are, man.
You are not.
Good night.
Thank God for President Trump. You're not going to put a hand on anybody here.
Yeah, you will.
No, you do not.
What's this? Different scene?
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you put it?
We don't have to tell you anything. I'm not sure exactly. They don't have to. Hey, Bob, let's keep saying Randy.
Okay,
No,
Randy, put your cup down and turn around. Ma'am?
No. Let go of me. You let go of me. Let go of me. Nonsense. Let go of me. Let go of me.
Ma'am, do not resist.
Ma'am, do not resist.
Let go of me. Go. It hurts. Let go of me. Give me my
Do not hit. Do you understand?
Stop it. No, let go of me. Yes, you are, Caleb.
Hey, don't worry there, sweetheart. You're the one that put these people in power.
Give me my key to my car. Give me my key to my car.
What's she done? She drunk?
Stay out of here. Step outside for me, please.
She's drunk. She shouldn't be driving.
Let go of me.
This is why I do all my drinking at home.
And I'm going to show all the bruises that you put on me.
If you're not going to cooperate, you'll
Let
be charged
go
with
of me.
obstructing.
Let go
You
of me.
understand that?
You let go of me now.
No, ma'am.
You're bruising me. Let go
Stop
of me.
pulling against us.
I'm not pulling against you. Let
Okay,
go of
then
me.
stand up like an adult.
Shut up. What an asshole thing to say to me. What an ass thing to say to me.
They're the law enforcement. They're always gonna win. That's your
Do me a
game.
favor. Do me a favor. Let go of me. You're hurting me. I'm not hurting you. You are hurting me.
Obstruction at the moment. Okay.
Here. Let go of me for a minute.
Ma'am, I don't care if you record, but can you just step back a little bit?
Oh, damn it. You guys are going to get me freaking copywritten because you got some freaking goddamn Beatles song playing in the fucking background.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Whiskey 77 said, this is a politician who would not turn over an iPad that was part of a warrant. Oh, okay. Didn't know.
Oh, yeah. That right there is, yeah, that. She's still acting like an ass. Let go of me. Let go of me. Like, I want to mute that because it's got some Beatles song, and I know the company that owns that.
Okay.
That writes that song.
Stop. You're hurting
Now the
me.
music's in.
You're hurting me. Damn it.
Okay, you're under arrest right now, okay?
You are hurting me.
Hey, you want to hit a telephone pole?
You're hurting me. Please.
Stand up and walk then.
Yay.
You're hurting me. Let go of me.
It's from the acorns with that cop. Yep.
Let go of me.
Oh, ma'am, you're under arrest.
For what?
Yes.
Obstruction.
I didn't obstruct anything. You're hurting me. You're hurting me.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh. You just don't
What
like
are
being
you doing?
arrested.
You're hurting me. Get out of my pocket.
You are under arrest. You are being
You're
searched.
hurting me.
Stay back. Back up. Unless you want to be detained too, back up. I don't care if you record. Just back up.
Stand up straight, ma'am. I am standing straight. You're pushing me over with your hand.
I'm holding onto your jacket.
Walk away, lady. Walk away.
What are you talking about? Get out of my
Actually, can she
pants.
actually stand up straight
If you
because
move, you will
her
find additional
elbows are...
charges. Find additional.
Yeah, whenever you pull their arms back, she's leaning forward. But if they did me, I would be doing the same thing. She's probably physically being hurt.
So this is one of the things where you're saying, hey, stop resisting and stand up straight. And they're putting you in a pain compliance position. And so it's a bit disingenuous, especially if you don't know these things. And they know pretty well, hey, it looks like they can state she was not complying. And I don't like that. That's a bit this is similar to what I was saying. You know, get your face down on plant on the floor. It's very counterintuitive to do that.
It is. Like I don't know. I would be very if a police officer was arresting me, I'd be very compliant. If they started putting me in a position where it was painful, it'd be just like you know, I would go dead limp, just like I would put myself in a position where I was safe, and I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't argue with them. I would just put myself in a position where I felt comfortable.
There was it was a long time ago. A friend was talking to this a Canadian federal policeman, and he was doing Aikido, and he said he confessed the reason why he liked it is he could do a lot of painful procedures on subjects without producing bruising or evidence of brutality. Yet he was that's what he was looking for. And I also know this in a case of domestic violence. There was a Japanese guy. He's a partner in a private equity firm, and he has both a black belt in karate and judo. And it was the latter that he was using on his wife, so that it's really difficult to show evidence of domestic violence.
Yeah.
Charges? This is like arrest without cause.
Have a seat.
In the car.
Yeah, don't say anything to the police. Don't argue. Just do exactly as they say. No, it doesn't matter. Do exactly what they say and fight it out in court. The only time that you become non-compliant is whenever you are, whenever it takes it even further. I can't talk about those things because they'll just get me in trouble. But in this situation, yeah, this is a police state action. She is a criminal.
Scoot over a little bit.
Do you really know what you're doing? You're assisting Merrick Garland.
Oh.
To not show the truth of what the election.
Scoot over. I'm going to let GJPD do what they need to do regarding you being uncooperative in there with them.
She's showing cooch.
We have this iPad.
Do you understand? That is not my iPad.
Okay, we have this iPad.
That is not my iPad. That you're taking someone else's property.
I hear what you're saying.
You've taken all my equipment, all my stuff, and you still can't find anything.
Tina, I'm taking this iPad. It's because of this search warrant, which lets me do that.
Let me read the search warrant.
That would be great. You want to read it?
Yeah, but I can't exactly hold it. I will have bruises to show how they've hurt me.
So you're going to listen to this officer, but if and when he removes handcuffs,
that's fine. No,
you're not being detained by me. You're free to leave. But if you'd like me to explain this to you,
no, they got an iPad. It's evidence in a case it's ongoing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, that's great.
That's why they're not showing it.
Can you just sit back a little bit?
Yeah.
Thank you. And step on out up on the sidewalk. Would you like to do this? And would you like an ambulance?
Get an ambulance.
Took a picture of my hand.
Get an ambulance. Oh, yeah, I'm awake.
So crazy. So crazy.
Well, that's
man.
That was interesting.
No, it. You know, I fired up this stream tonight. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
Sometimes those are the best ones, though.
Well, because I just wanted to have some fun. Girls,
and you got the right two
fun.
guys to do it with.
Girls,
that
just
came out wrong.
Have fun.
Yeah, everyone can be a girl.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of ladies here. You know, you can tell by our feminine looks, our sweet soft voices, and our breast stitches. Can't see my boobs.
my vagina.
my vagina.
Bumps and vagina.
Bumps and vagina.
I don't know. I like barbecue too much. I got boobs that put most women to shame.
Oh wow!
I like barbecue too much.
I gained weight, and I'm getting fat, and so I was trying to lose weight, and I thought I was, but I think I gained weight this week. Yeah.
Yeah, I started recently doing the intermittent fasting. It's actually done really well for me.
Oh, You know, one thing you don't do is you think, oh, keto does work, like low carb and high fat. It does work.
Yeah.
However, what doesn't work is going halfway. It's like, oh, I'm going to go high fat and I'm still going to have the pasta.
Right.
You don't try doing a little bit of keto and a little bit of regular. Yeah, that's that high carb, high fat. That's a sure way to.
I'll 5 days a week. I'm doing the intermittent fasting. Then on the weekends, I'm like, I know I don't have a snowball's chance in hell of keeping that up. So I'm like, okay, 5 days on, 2 days off. We're good.
Well, and I've going back to the previous clip. I think domestic was that. I think domestic violence requires an arrest, but any other battery claim requires the victim to verify that they want him arrested and will be in court. That is true. Yeah, I think you're right.
It depends on the jurisdiction, but a lot of cases when you have, there are cases domestic violence for sure. It's not on, even if the victim is willing to, drop charges. It's not their choice. It goes forward. And there are other states. I think it can depend where. Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. It does depend.
But assault and battery. So we use those I think in layman, in the world of layman, you kind of use them intermittently, and we tend to see assault as actual battery, and we get confused. Assault can be verbal. It can be, I'm going to kill you or I'm going to hurt you. That's assault. And then actually physically, or it can. There's other things that constitute battery, well, including the spitting. You remember that movie Rising Sun with Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so he has the bouncer, and he goes, I should tell you, I have a black belt in karate. And Sean Connery has this in his contract, I think. He always goes, he always gets to say something like, of course you do, my dear. and then he said something, and he goes, that's assault. Then he puts the bouncer puts his finger on him. And he goes, that's battery. And then
you know what else is battery? This.
Oh, yes. And so you always want to test this. Here's a battery tester right here.
Yep.
See?
Yeah. Hey, good old fashioned AA.
Yeah, like my old girlfriend.
Yeah, domestic
They're pretty much inverse at that point. They're concave.
Assault is threat, battery is the actual attack. Yes. And thank you, Donati. If you gotta say I'm gonna kick you or hurt you, that's a terroristic threat now. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Be nice to other people. That's the problem that a lot of people run into is just that.
Don't be an asshole. Just don't be an asshole.
It's hard. It is so hard to be nice to other people.
Oh, I know, especially when they're stupid.
Yes. I've found that over my however many years I've been on this damn planet, I just don't get.
Yeah.
is
that purpose? Yeah, that's cool.
I try to be nice to people until I have to not be. I try to be nice to everyone. Sometimes you're not.
One thing I saw, and I confess I did myself, was it was totally illogical. And some of it was ADHD, just impatience. Like when I'm driving and I see a yellow and I want to make that light, and it's really stupid. Especially it's calming down. But even as a pedestrian, you're walking and there's a driver going through. It doesn't necessarily see you or sees you. And there are people, and I confess, I until very recently, I used to do this. Like, no, I have rights. I'm gonna maintain my way and make that guy stop.
Right of way.
And I'm thinking, and a lot of it could be you are having a bad day, you have insecurity or whatever. Hey, you're walking and he's driving. But I realize this. I also for my own safety, when those moments come. And they're going, no, I'm sorry, they're okay. I go, no, go ahead. I just let them go, even if they're insistent. And
yeah.
And I'll tell you, the person who actually has never done that, you know what you're left with? You're left with a feeling of small but significant power. You're in control.
Yes.
You're not. You're rather than saying, no, I'm gonna go out there.
I'm gonna show
you. How many conflicts that leads to? And I think, and people would normally argue, well, that means you're just being a wussmax. You're not. You're not taking an L. You're actually in control, and you're a lot safer. And
the biggest part is you're in control of your actions.
Yeah.
Because because if you start being an asshole, then you've basically thrown the ball in somebody else's court where they have to respond. You're forcing somebody to give a response.
And often the case is the driver is really appreciative, and as they drive by, you realize they have their 87-year-old mother in the back, and you're going, oh, okay, good.
Look, I always have this rule of thumb. It's like, if you think you have the right of way against a 5,000-pound wheeled death machine, you're wrong.
Well, and here's something really interesting. Like certain parking lot that I used to go in, I think it was a grocery store. Yeah, it's a grocery store. So I pull in, and there's only one way to go out. So all the cars park this way, and you can only back out and go this way. And people would make a mistake and turn in there. It's not uncommon for them to turn down the wrong little aisle. And I'm sitting there, and there literally is nowhere for me to go. And this lady is freaking out and yelling and cussing. And I'm just sitting there going, oh, I can sit here all day. And then she gets out of her car and storms up to me, and she yells at me. It's just like, why can't you move out of the way? What's your freaking problem? And I'm just like, I look at her, and I was just like, I can't go anywhere. If you looked, you'd see you're going the wrong way. I mean, what do you want me to do? Back into the car that's sitting behind me, waiting on you to back up and go down the right way? I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm just sort of like, you've got me pinned in here, and there's nowhere
it's like I'm kind of stuck, because of you.
Yeah, yep. I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, if you want me to like back out and do something, well, maybe talk to the guy behind. Oh, wait, no, there's 5 cars behind us now. We're all waiting on you.
Yeah. It's like whenever you're driving on the highway in the far left lane, you're going as fast as you want, as basically you can go, but you've got traffic in front of you that can't go any faster, and you get that one asshole that comes screaming up behind you at 90 miles an hour, gets like right on your ass, like just sits there like practically on your back bumper, honking his horn, flipping his lights, and then he finally gets like a little bit on the right side, and he starts to try and go around, and he realizes, oh shit, it's even worse on this side, and there's nothing you could have done over there. It's like, now he realizes he's a horse's ass. It's like,
yeah, cheers. Yeah, I'm usually just like, I don't get it. I just don't get worked up over people anymore. I'm like,
it's like,
they're going to do what they do.
I can't go anywhere.
They're going to do what they do. But it looks like I'm gonna end this crazy stream, because I don't know, Saturday night, everybody's looking for a fight, and we got to see a whole bunch of them on display. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to forward you guys.
It's Sunday today.
It's Sunday for you. Yes.
It's Russian Orthodox Easter today. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It is.
Yeah. In the Orthodox Church, it's
because they just have to be different.
Yeah.
They just sit back and
yeah. Have some eggs or eat some children, whatever it is that the Russian Orthodox.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody have a wonderful night, and I'm going to send you guys over to MG. Make sure that you hit the like on the way out and hit the like on the way in over to CMG, and you guys have a wonderful. Make sure that you come by and you wave to the Maximero hello, our wonderful Chinky-eyed Joe that is on Twitter also.
That's right, Chinky-eyed Joe. It's not a racist handle. Yeah.
No, it is not a racist handle.
Not at all.
And make sure that you check out Kaiser with all of the wonderful things that he does. Damn it, you assholes. Why have you not subscribed to him yet?